Hello world, welcome to New Orleans. Just currently walking down the street and I thought I'd do my first live video in a long time. It's been a while. I'm on Magazine Street, but kind of like in a residential area. As you can see, that's the hostel I'm just staying at there. And I thought I'd go for a little wander and just give a little bit of an announcement. Hopefully this sounds good. I've got a little microphone plugged in, but yes, it's announcement time. As always, Adam changing his plans. The change of plans today won't come as a surprise probably to anyone, because I just keep changing my mind all the time. But in short, I'm going back to the UK. It's a done deal. I'm going to be going on a jet plane very soon and flying from Miami back to England. So I thought I'd do a little announcement video on here. I'm going to go and walk and get some food. Don't know what to get. Quite open to ideas, see what's available. But as more people join this live chat, I'll keep returning basically to what the title is about, which is, it's home time, people. I today went and collected a box for my bicycle, and the bike's now fully it's not boxed up yet. I'm going to keep the bike out for the week whilst I still have things I want to go and see and do. But I feel like let me just cross over. It's a bit quieter. My touring time is done. Andy Ritchie out the box, boom! Mate, how are you doing? Andy Ritchie's an old mate, proper old mate. And I cannot wait to repay that favour when I see you. Oh, that's going to be amazing. Cheers, Andy. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you. I just saw another few comments there. It's hard to read these comments whilst I'm walking, so I've got to use my finger on my phone. Kettleblaw, hi. Keep the noise down. Bike touring Mike. How you doing, Mike Hedberg? Hello, Adam. You're missing the rain. And Lucy, where are you? Is that my sister, Lucy? Where am I? I'm in New Orleans. That's a very good question. My sister's called Lucy as well, so if that is you, nice to see you. Enjoy, buddy. Loving the adventure. Cheers, Andy. That's amazing. Hopefully the connection's good. If connection drops a little bit, someone please let me know. But yeah, let me start from the top. For curb law, you change your mind a lot. No offence. No offence taken. I do change my mind a lot. And I think for good reason, and I want to kind of talk about the reasons why I do and what's been going through my head for the last 3 weeks. I have been in New Orleans for 3 weeks now, which is a long time for me to sit still. But there's a reason for that, and I think the more I've been traveling, the more I get drawn to places where I can spend time with people. Thanksgiving was a really big kind of moment for me. I ended up spending it with a family. I made a friend here in New Orleans, and she invited me to come and spend it with her, all her family, with all these young nieces and nephews, and brother and sister, and her mum and grandma. And it meant a lot, to see this wonderful family bring me in. And I was like, kind of felt it's time to just give my family some love myself. So that's one big reason. My family aren't going anywhere. But either is the road. The road's always there. So I kind of just have to go with how I feel. Just stopping at some lights and let the traffic go by. Yeah, so my family will always be there. But so will the road. So yeah, that was a big event that kind of made me think, do you know what? It's time just to go and see some family. The other reason I've been kind of torn between going or not, probably quite a while, is just I set myself the aim and I didn't want to feel like I'm giving up. It's a thing there where I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and decide, are you happy with what you've done? Right now, 18 months of cycling, 19,000 odd kilometres, 19,300, and I'm really happy with that. For me, the amount of friends I've made, the people I've met, the connections I've built along the way, it's second to none. And I've changed my life by taking this 18-month journey. And going back home or continuing, I feel like going home is going to add more, I think, more balance to me as a whole. I'm going to get to spend time with some of my closest friends. And to name a few, let me name them. So one of my friends, Chris Brandt, he's getting married probably in about a year and a half now. And he's asked me to be the best man at his wedding in about a year and a half. So I was like, I kind of feel I want to reconnect with him after so long I've not seen him. He lives near London as a paramedic. Another really good friend is called James Murray. He lives in Australia. The last time I saw him was when I left. Just before I left, we had a joint birthday party. And he's back for Christmas in the UK. And I was like, I need to go and see this guy. And then there's lots of other friends. There's Paul Barrows, Jack Robson. There's his brother Harry, who I saw in Vancouver. There's loads of people I've met I want to meet and see again. And then there's my family, parents, my sister, her kids, and all the other extended family and all the people I care and love. So right now, I just feel super excited to be going back. There's another good mate, Ollie Bambrick, who's going to be putting me up on my first night in London. I'm going to be putting my bike together in Gatwick Airport, and I'm going to be cycling to his mum's house on the outskirts of London, which it's so kind of him to be able to do, and his mum and his stepdad to be able to do that. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Let me just read some of the comments. I'm going to stand still to do this. Am I missing the rain from Paul? No, New Orleans did have some rain this morning, but not too bad, not too bad. And Kerblaw, you changed your mind, you've already said that. Cody Orgill, I looked at some of my videos, Cody, looks amazing. Hey Adam, I don't know if we're going to be in the UK at the same time, if you're still there. Learn Frenchable, dude, you're cranking out the live streams. I try and do one a week. Kind of feel like it adds a bit of balance. You get to see me live, and then you get to see the actual videos. Looks like a nice little fancy cafe in there. Let's have a look. Phil Hout, you had a great ride. Time for a rest. Western culture will do that. The best memories will be in developing countries. Well done for your achievements. Yeah, do you know what? It's different memories, different places. I've got so many fun memories that I've created over the last few months. And I do feel like it's time for a rest. And one of the things I believe, what's this place? I'm looking for somewhere to have Vietnamese food, because I love Vietnamese food. Don't know if this one does it. Look at this. How American is that? I love a big old American school bus. Loud though. You just not get waxed by a car. It's going to be going dark here very soon, so let's go and get somewhere inside. Maybe I'll sit outside this place, have a grill. Andy Ritchie, I wasn't going to have anything fancy to eat, but seeing as you've just sent me £9.99 through a super chat, I'm going to treat myself to some good old New Orleans food, mate. Why not? Let's have a look. Let me have a read of some of these. From Paul, New Orleans looks so cool. It is rather cool, mate. I'm going to cross over the road here. It's a bit more interesting on this side. There's some chairs out here. There's a little park here. Shall I sit down here? Let me sit down for a second. There we go. Right, let me have a look at some of these comments. Can you bring me some gumbo on your way back? Mate, I had gumbo for the first time the other day and it was absolutely superb. It was some guy that I was staying with in the hotel made some, because he works at a restaurant. And it was amazing. Yeah, gumbo all day long. Can I bring some back? I don't think I'll struggle. It's like a soup. I'll have to freeze it and bring it back. Kerblaw, give it 2 months and you'll be itching to leave again. I'll come on to the future plans in a minute, but that'll be good. Tetley, hello sweet sir. Flatliner says, hey, Roussel, any idea of your total distance so far, Adam? Yeah, it's about 19,300 kilometres. That's about right, I think. 1 second, I'm just going to see if I can attach this phone to my water bottle. I've got a little attachment. If I can do that, it's going to be a lot more still. Oh, look at that. Hands free. That's much better. Do I have to hold it in my hands now? 19,300k I've done. It'll be 505 days when I fly back. Right now I'm on about 490, something like that. So yeah, Mucky Bear, my stepson lives in Oxford. That's cool, and no shooting today. Yeah, I think that's worth addressing just there. 2 days ago, there was a shooting down the road from where I'm staying. 11 people shot. Don't know the details. No, I don't think anybody died. But it happened in a really busy touristy area. And the night before, I was in that same area. So it just kind of... I had somebody today at the bike shop where I went to go get my box. He was like, so what's your thoughts? What's your plans? Where are you going? I told him I was going to England. And then I might come back and go to Mexico. And he's like, you don't want to go to Mexico, it's really dangerous. And I was like, you do realise there was a shooting here 2 days ago? 11 people were shot. I was like, it's all relative, mate. I'm sure there's areas of Mexico that are dangerous, but I was like, it's still pretty dangerous here as well sometimes, buddy. Mucky Bear, my sister-in-law lives in Leeds. I bet you won't know her. I probably won't, mate. Stephen Murphy, coming back to UK, pal? Yes, so that's the announcement there. I'm coming back to the UK. It's a done, definite deal. And the bike tour of the USA is pretty much finished. Well, it's done, complete. Because I'm going to be putting my bike in a box in about 3-4 days. And then I'm going to be flying to Miami from New Orleans. I'm going to spend 4 days in Miami, just being a bit of a tourist. And then I fly from Miami to London. And then I'm going to put my bike together and finish the last little leg through the UK. I'll have a little bike tour in England in December, because that's going to be a lovely time to cycle through England. I'm sure you can see, but yeah, that's my plan. You've cycled half the circumference of the Earth. Amazing, Adam. Well, that's good. I didn't know that. Kerblaw says he spent 2 months in Mexico and always felt very safe, and it's amazing. Yeah, so future plans. The plans for the future are, to be fair, you should be dubious of what I'm going to say here, because I change my mind all the time. Just looking for this little Vietnamese place. Really fancy some noodles. Don't fancy anything too heavy. If not, I'll get some Mexican. Cheers, mate. So, yeah, future plans. Take this with a pinch of salt. But I've got a job interview lined up on the 17th of December. And it sounds like a really promising job. I don't want to say too much because I haven't got it yet. And they might say no. Then it's situation change. But, oh, this looks good. Fajitas, nachos, quesadillas, burrito. I reckon we could sit outside here as well, so I'd have to sit inside. 1 second. Hello, can I sit outside, please? Just for one? Yeah. Cheers, mate. That's better. Right. Food will be on its way shortly. Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Are you filming yourself?
I am, is that alright?
Oh, yeah,
doing a live video
cool,
on YouTube.
Like a streaming thing?
Basically, yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Cheers. Here we go. So the live stream continues. Right, I'm at a place. It's an actual restaurant. Ash Middleton, you legend. UK is then. Keep the focus, chap. Thank you. Oh, you absolute hero. Right, mate, Ash Middleton, that's lovely. Thank you so much. That's 2 super chats there, so 13 quid, which is about $15, I reckon. So, there we go, $15. What can I get for that? Oh, let me have a look. I can get a burrito for $13. Done. Burrito time. I think I'm just going to get a burrito. I do like a ceviche though. Now let's get some, seeing as I'm not going to Mexico, let's get some actual Mexican food from New Orleans. Let me have a look at some of these comments before I start going on to a bit of my talk. Stephen Murphy, when you get back, spend quality time with your family and have a few cold lagers. You deserve it. I cannot wait, mate. Oh, what day is it today? Monday. Fajitas, 2 for 20. Oh, that looks amazing.
Some chips and salsa.
Thank you very much.
Water. Anything else I can get you a drink?
I'm gonna get a beer, please.
Sure. We have happy hour right now. We got $3 dorada, modelo. No, sorry, morada, dos Equis, and evening lager.
What was that first one? Dorada.
Dorada is a local lager.
I'll
Mexican
go
style.
Dorada. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers. So, because this is the USA and the service is always amazing everywhere because it's tips. You get chips without asking for them. You get a sauce, salsa, and water, pronounced with a D. It's going to get dark very soon here, so apologies for the lighting. Can't control that other than the fact I've done a live stream later there. Luke Dewar, £2, mate. Thank you so much. That's the beer. Done this happy hour, he said here, $3 a beer. Thank you so much for that super chat. A pound's worth $4 Canadian from Mucky Bear. Ash Middleton, how's the little Spark doing? I'm off to Thailand in February. May buy a Mavic Mini for the little 3-week trip. If you've already got a Spark, I would hold off, mate, on buying a Mini. I think that the difference is negligible. Thank you very much.
You good?
I know what I'm gonna order as well.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah. What can I get you?
Could I get a burrito supreme?
Sure. Yeah. Do you want that? The chicken?
Yeah,
beef?
chicken, please. Yeah.
Chicken, gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't feel like I'm eating alone right now because I've got 62 people here. This is where I am, eating by myself on Magazine Street in New Orleans. This is a lot quieter, this street. A lot less tourists come here. I really like it because of that. I spend a lot of time with locals in New Orleans. I'll tell you a little bit about New Orleans in a minute after I've finished telling you about the future. But before I do that, the Spark, I'd hold off on buying a Mini 2. I think they're good if you didn't have any drone. I'd go for that one. But if you've already got a Spark, it does the job, mate. And you'll see some of the footage I've got coming out soon. And it's all right. It's not as good as a Mavic 2 Pro, but it's all right. Okay. Paul, life doesn't get much better than beers and burrito. But anyway, cheers, guys. It's my first beer for about 3 days. I'm happy with that. Rick here. Nice to see you, Rick. Chris Williams, living the life, by the way. Don't get lashed, la la la.
So you do like IRL streaming type of thing?
It's I make YouTube videos. I've been cycling around the USA, so I've like at the moment I've got 64 people here, and I'm doing like an update of where I've been,
Right.
what I'm doing, and where I'm gonna go.
Nice.
So yeah, this is like my first live update for about maybe a week, 10 days.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of YouTube streaming, but I like I do Twitch. I like watching Twitch.
Yeah,
Like
big
a
for
gamer.
gamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that, and I used to play games back in the old days and see a lot of them people doing that. It's massive compared to this with 60 people. You want to get somebody
Yeah,
else.
60 people is a lot of people though.
I tried to imagine I'm in a room with 60 people.
people, exactly.
I'm like sat alone right now, but really I'm like, there's people
Yeah.
chatting. I've had a few like super chats where somebody sent me a little bit of money, and I'm like, that's effectively. Somebody's just bought me a beer there
Yeah,
on
yeah.
happy hour, which is amazing. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Cheers. There we go. The waiter's a nice guy. Someone's put, holy crap, YouTube takes 30% of your super chat. Is that right? If I'm being honest, mate, I don't know. I'd love to know the answer to that. Does anyone else know? If that's the case, that sounds quite a lot. Giving that fella life coverage definitely deserves a free beer, a free bear. It's right, yeah, 30%. Should use Streamlabs. Paul, 30% is correct. Yeah, I didn't know that. I see it, it's hard to see sometimes because I often receive different amounts of money through different currencies. So it's really hard to keep track of the exact amount that's come through each video, but that sounds about right, 30%. Google. I'm not going to badmouth Google because I suppose it's given me this platform to allow me to speak to all you guys. But some of it definitely does make it my way, and I appreciate that. Let me have a look. He's got the Mavic Air, Ash Middleton says, but he needs to register it now as it's over 250 grams. So tempted with them. What I would think is, how much will it cost to register it over the cost of buying a new drone? I imagine a new drone's a lot more expensive. I think, is it like £9? Just pay £9, mate. The Life of Riley has just asked me a question, which I'll answer. I'm happy to answer this. Will you be meeting up with Lucia? Sorry if it's too personal. Not too sure yet, mate. Spoke to her maybe about a week ago, which is good. But maybe. I don't know. We haven't really. We're not there yet. This is good. Apologies for the crunching. Not really sorry. Someone. Oh, that is spicy. PayPal is 5%. Do you have that? I do have PayPal. I registered my paypal.me name when it was cycling2. So it's paypal.me/cycling2. But there's all a link in my YouTube about page and in the channel art on the desktop. So yeah, as to the atmosphere, flatliner. So one of the best things about being able to do these live streams, and by the way, I've not got my charger with me. I've got a new phone. So I broke my old iPhone, so I've gone for it. I've got a phone that connects the power into there. So the headphone, I can't charge my phone whilst doing this, but this phone should last the whole live stream. Should last an hour, at least. What's the beer like with lime? It's limey. It's like it's all right actually. It's a local Mexican style beer. Can I have a chip? Somebody's just said. Right, 1 second. I'll eat this and I'll get back to it. I'll show you where I'm sat. Some nice people eating in here. So, kind of lost my train of thought there, but I'll have a look at the comments and I'll kind of link me back in. Okay. I can't remember what I was saying, but I'll go back to it. So, what I've been doing in New Orleans, I think that's probably quite a good thing. So I've been meeting up with some friends that I've made. Yesterday, I chilled out with a friend all day and was in an area where there's quite a lot of like, just maybe low-income families. And these little girls had their 2 bikes.
The bad news is I don't think there's an easy way to eat this.
I'm happy with that, buddy.
It's gonna get messy.
Thank you so much. That looks amazing.
Have you ever been at a bar and you're talking with people, but you ordered wings and it's like...
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be on the internet now, like looking like an absolute savage.
Anything else I get?
That's all. Thank you very much. Right, I've literally ordered the worst thing for a live stream. The most messiest burrito ever. I am apologising for this already, but the knife and fork's going to have to come out, I'm afraid. Oh, shit. So yeah, yesterday I was hanging around a lot of low-income type kids there in this predominantly like black area, and these young kids were all like running about with their bikes and they didn't have any air in their tyres. So I was like, pass me your bikes here. Let me get... Oh, shit. Excuse me. I was going to move you so I can talk a bit better without getting that. There we go. So I basically fixed a load of... fixed 2 bikes, but basically fixed the punches. And these kids were so happy. It was like one of the best things I think I've done on this journey was yeah, just, and I've not filmed any of it, it's just happened. And these little kids, one was like 7, one was 10, were absolutely so happy to have a working bike, because to them getting a bike fixed would cost money. So to have some random dude from England turn up, and they have no idea where England is, never even heard of it, turn up and then fix their bikes. It was really a really nice moment for me, and it was lovely for them as well. So that was what I did yesterday. I went to the World War II Museum a few days ago. That was good. It was really good actually. I really enjoyed it. Just being able to yeah, something I'm really into. World War II history, things like that. What else have I done whilst I've been here? Tomorrow I'm going to go and cycle down to the swamps. I want to see an alligator, so I'm going to go and find an alligator tomorrow. So that's one of my short-term plans. So I've got Greens are cruising. Kelly Laura Green, how are you doing? Howdy, just got here. I think I'm going to have more people from the US in this live stream than UK. It'd be interesting to know where people are from, because in the UK it's quite late and it's during the working week. Right, here comes the first bit of the burrito supreme. Small things to kids that don't have a lot means the world to them. Yin and yang and all that. Good on you. Yeah, it was just happened. I was just sat there and I had all my puncture repair kit with me, and these kids were like, they had to basically jump on the back of their mum and dad's bike to go to the shops. I was like, oh, where's your bikes? And they were like, oh, it's got flat tyre. It's like, come and pass it here. Let me get it fixed. It was really nice. Someone in England, South Shields, up in the northeast. So the bicycle repairman, lol, Monty Python. I don't know that skit from Monty Python. I do love Monty Python. Oh, Kentucky classroom. Have an extra beer or two on me, Adam. I'm riding from Fairbanks down to Mexico next summer. Enjoy your Alaska videos. Lots of good info. Kentucky classroom. I can't believe that, mate. Cheers to you, you absolute legend. You are by far the best super chatter that I've had consistently throughout my channel and my time here. Thank you so much. Genuinely, from Paul, just said, nice donations, guy. God bless you. Couldn't agree more. God bless you all. Still a hero, mate. Cheers from Senator Wilson. Right, second mouthful of the messiest burrito known to man. Let me see if I can show you it. Look at the state of this. I can't hold it down on there. Christopher Brand has to resort. You got a mention at the beginning of this video, mate. That was really nice. Chris Brandt's one of my best mates, who I mentioned at the beginning, saying that I'm really looking forward to going back to see him. Just calls me a red ass. Now, I'll tell you all what red ass actually means, because it's a really good thing to be called in many ways, because there's a lot of history and pride that goes into being La Derrière Rouge, as I'm in New Orleans. Say it in French. A red arse comes from back in the days where soldiers used to wear red tunics and white trousers, and they'd go into war. And the new soldiers would get rained on, and all of the dye would run through, and would all go through to their trousers, and they'd be like, the red arse. So if you're a red arse, you're a new soldier, basically, which means you're a new guy. You know, it's like, yeah, it's something you call new people. But everybody's a red arse to somebody. I'm marching there, it's like I'm back in Japan. There's a guy giving it. Oh, don't stay long. Matt comes on at 8. Didn't know that. I don't think we're do a joint live. Guten Appetit. Greetings from Deutschland. From Florian. Thank you. Albertus Janssen. If you're on the internet, look it up. Monty Python. Bicycle repairman. It's hilarious. Instead of Superman, they made a bicycle repairman. Ash Middleton calls me a greedy bugger. So yeah, for anyone that's just joined the live stream, so far I'm at La Carreta, which is a Mexican restaurant. I'm no longer going to Mexico at this moment. I'm going to be going back to the UK, and I'm going to be seeing some of my best mates and family, and I'm really looking forward to it. I fly back on the 11th of December, land on the 12th, and in the meantime I'm going to be going to spend the next week in New Orleans, and then on the Saturday coming up, the 7th, I'm going to be flying to Miami, which I'm looking forward to as well. Close out America with Miami. No expectations apart from, I hope it's warmer. That's my only hope. I'll move you a bit further away. A little doggy with a Christmas jumper on. I like that. Christmas dog. When I get back to the UK, I'll tell you. Oh, It's -1 today in London. I don't want to go to -1. Dark by 4 p.m. It'll be good for me to go home for a bit. I agree. And Eddie Tan following us in Singapore from Malaysia. I can't wait to go back to Malaysia. I can't wait for Jayo, for Matt to go to Malaysia. He's been before, but he'll love that. Speaking of food, which dishes do you look forward to when you get back to the UK? Easy answer there, Mike. Fish and chips and Yorkshire puddings. Not together, albeit that would be amazing. Fish and chips. There is good fish here. Loads of really good fish in New Orleans. But nobody makes fish and chips in the same way as a proper British chippy. So that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, is fish and chips. Also, a mucky... Great, mate. Thank you very much. Also, a mucky old doner kebab from Upper Crust, or whatever the name of the restaurant is in Beverley Town Centre. Liver, onions and mushy peas, that's disgusting. I'll be back in time for the general election. The joy. I will. I'm going to be back on the day of the election. But I'm registered to vote in the north of England, and I don't know how it works because I'll be in London. I don't know if I can vote in London if I'm registered in the north. Does that work? Do I have to register a postal vote? I've registered to vote. Equally, I think you've got to be in your constituency to vote. And then who to vote for? I think they're all buggered. I'm not coming home to vote. Andy Ritchie, Upper Crust. That's it. A mucky old chicken burger from Upper Crust, mate. You've got to be in your constituency to vote. I thought that. So I might struggle. The constituency I live in, or I'm registered in, is Beverley and Holderness. It's a big Conservative stronghold. The chances of the other parties getting in there are low. So we'll see if I can get there. Cheese chips and mayo. Oh, Upper Crust cheesy chips, mate. Oh, get me back to Beverley. I cannot wait to be back home for Christmas. I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, yes, Andy. Let's look at the comments. I agree, they're all buggered. Andrea Schmidt, cheers from Canada. So you should go from Miami to Cuba, go around it. The only problem with that, mate, would be I'd be in a lot of trouble from my friends that I've said to I'm going home. And equally, I'm really looking forward to seeing them. Cuba's not going anywhere. And I would love to go there one day to cycle it. So, yeah, all in good time, mate. All in good time. My flight from England, from Miami to England, is less than £200. I'm paying like £186 with Norwegian Air, direct. So it's not that expensive. Let me tell you about this this new job that I might be getting. So I think this is important because it's a big part of what could be going on. 1 second. So this possible new job I'm taking. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I might not get it, so I don't want to say I'm definitely going to get it. But it seems positive so far. That's as much as I can say. It's like kind of working for a company, a private company that make GPS technologies and assist with and provide this GPS technologies for the military to do training. My job would be to go around the world to like Kenya, Jordan, possibly Canada, and then a lot of the UK as well, and be an analyst, analysing how these soldiers can improve their training and how the strong points, good points, and give that to the military to then provide, to then deliver. I'd be able to keep my beard, which is important. The good point of that is there's a lot of travel with that job, a lot of Kenya time, and all that's all paid for, flights paid for and all the rest of it. Pays all right, this job. And they only want me to work 150 days a year. And that's in blocks. So usually you'll go away for like 40 days, get a bit of time off. So that's the reason this job sounds attractive. And it just sounds like the type of job I'd like to do anyway. So I also think doing some work will make me appreciate the travelling more. Being on the road every single day for 500 plus days, the travelling can become a little bit, I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything, but it can just become a little bit repetitive. You can become used to, this is my new normal, being in a new place, new people, and it does become repetitive. So for me, it's like, I think there's a fine balance I'm trying to now find of being on the road and enjoying it and it not becoming monotonous. There's a handful of people out there that can travel indefinitely and seemingly don't get bored by it. And I just have worked out that I'm not one of them. I wouldn't say I'm bored, I'm just going to say that I could become bored. I'm at that point now where I'm not. I could see myself, give me another 6 months and I'll be like, another nice field. So I've got an interview on the 17th of December in England. It's with a company kind of working for Saab, which are the like Swedish car company. They have a military division, so I've got an interview with them. Hopefully they like me and hopefully they give me this job. Path less pedalled. That's lovely to have you in here, mate. I've been watching your videos for a long time. Some of the best instructional and information videos on YouTube. And that's amazing to have you in the live stream. You just said we came to the same conclusion. Endless travel isn't for everyone. Thank you for commenting. And I agree with you completely. Endless travel isn't for everybody. And I do you know what? The people that do like to do it, I'm like, hats off to you. Thanks, you do a great job too. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I'm like, hats off to you. Endless travel. It's the dream, innit? And I'm now at a point about where I probably could endless travel, particularly Central and South America. If I keep making YouTube videos and keep hopefully providing value through Patreon. But what I also want to do is I don't want to get to a point where I have to do the videos. I have to do them to keep the money coming in. I want the videos to be good. And I want to get to a point where I have another job, a source of income, and then I do the videos as well, and the videos are really good and better. And that's kind of where I want to go. And the videos aren't just going to be about cycling in the future. You might have noticed that my channel is just my name. It's just Adam Hugill, and I make videos about travel at the moment. I'd love to make videos about this amazing food that I've already eaten. I'd love to make videos about hiking. I did a small video in Haida when I went hiking. I want to do some through hikes. I want to come back to the USA and hike the Appalachian Trail and the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Trail, the Te Aurora in New Zealand. I want to do some stuff in England. I want to go and spend some time in the Lake District. Really good mate of mine put a video up today on Instagram of him mountain biking in the Lake District, really high mountains. And these mountains, I was like, that is sick mate. And we used to work together, we lived together for a year, and it's from Hull. So we're gonna have beers and hopefully do some bike riding together in England in the new year. Some mountain biking. So this channel's gonna adapt and evolve into a more broader adventure channel. But that's me, that's what I like to do, and hopefully you guys will stay along. Let me have a look at the comments, because I'm not able to read them whilst I'm eating. The floor is lava. Mate, it's Ivan and Amy here. These guys are amazing as well. You should really check out their channel if you can. They've made some amazing videos of their cycle across the USA and down. We got home before you and tried to put the heating on back in the UK, but it's still freezing. Oh, well done on your journey, by the way, guys. And yeah, go and check out their videos as well. There's a load of awesome cycling people in the comment section. Let me have a look at more comments. Are you in San Diego? No, I'm in New Orleans, in Louisiana, eating Mexican food here. Oh, I'm shaking the table to cut into my thing. Mulldog. Your accent came out proper thick when you talk of home. Love it. How's it going? Mate, this is amazing.
Okay.
So good, thank
I like to
you.
hear that.
My accent, definitely I do change it a little bit when I'm talking to Americans all the time. Particularly words I'll say, I'll just try to just get it, it'll be understood. But I know as soon as I get back to England, I'll be talking about being mafting. Does anyone know what mafting is? If anyone knows what mafting is, write it in the comments. Still saying mate all the time though. Always saying mate. I can't stop it. It's just habit. Mafting does not mean hungry. Incorrect. Mulldog might know. Chris Mulligan, do you know what mafting means? It's a proper Hull term. And the floor is lava. Thanks, mate. We recorded huge amounts of the Hull. 8,000 miles. That's good. 8,000 miles is big, man. But haven't uploaded more than a couple of weeks. Editing while on the road is impossible. Hats off to you. If you knew how much I stayed still and hardly cycled, you'd be like, fair one. I like to take days off, and that's the only way. And I think it's harder to edit when you're with another person. When I stopped being with Lucia and was by myself, it came easier because I didn't have anyone else to worry about and to spend time with and to like socialise with. It was just me. So I socialised with my computer. Mafting is hot and clammy. Boom, 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 boom. What other Yorkshire proper? If I was to say, oh, it's hard this. Oh, this is niche, but it's bicycle related. A croggy. Does anybody know what a croggy is? I like this game. I've nearly finished my food, by the way, guys. That burrito was exactly what I needed. If I'd have eaten anything today. Boom! There we go. Complete, finished. Move that plate out of the way. I've still got a big thing of chips. The floor is lava. It's a backy, like a lift on your bike. How do you know so much Hull? It's a backy. Did you live in Hull at all? Well, that's good Hull knowledge. Two people on one bike, we call it a backy. Yeah, the rest of the UK calls it a backy. In Hull, it's a croggy. Gizza croggy. Gizza. That's Gizza. Give us a. Give me a. Gizza croggy. We call it a boogie down south. Never. The floor is lava. Wonder where croggy comes from. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Let me get back into them comments because there's some gold I'm probably missing in here. Pathless paddle. That's smart. You're not locked into one identity. I think you're going back to when I was talking about doing varied things with the channel. Even when you're traveling, you keep growing. Mate, this last 18 months, I feel like I've grown and changed in ways I never expected. And for me, I realised I love creating. I love making videos. I enjoyed this side of it as well, talking to you guys, the audience. But what I also love to do is, I think I've become calmer on this journey. I think I've become more considered, more appreciative of different people and different cultures. I think that naturally happens with travel. I think the channel definitely has given me gradual humility in the sense that I'm now like starting to make money from making videos, and that's the most amazing thing in the world. And it kind of makes me value money in a different way to when I had a job before this journey and I was just making money from doing a government job. So I think meeting people that have either met me through the YouTube before and stuff like that has made me feel like the power of the internet can be used for good. But sometimes I can be quite cynical about how good the internet is and should I be using it. I also think that I'm not tied, and meeting other YouTubers like Ryan Van Duzer is particularly a big influence. It's really annoying, there's a buzzing light above me. I hope you can't hear it. But other YouTubers like Ryan Van Duzer, who, he doesn't do things for YouTube, he does it for him. And he creates for him, and he's, like right now, Ryan Van Duzer is in Eastern Europe, things in Budapest with his mum. Good on him, you know, he can do that, and he then goes on other trips and goes on other, and he can then edit and work and I'm like, that's where I want to be in my own ways. Do work, contract work. This job that I'm looking to apply for is only a year contract. When that year's up, we'll see what happens and see where it goes. Let's get this corn chip. Some more gold in here, which I've missed. Bit wussy on the beer. Fair one. I'm not getting it down me though. I want to make it. It's happy hour, to be fair. You know what, I might go inside because it's a bit cold out here. And the bartender seems quite happy with that. Saab is bankrupt. I hope not, mate. Ash Middleton. Agree, Adam. I did 8 months away once and it did become a little samey. Another awesome beach, another awesome lake, another awesome mountain. You lose perspective. I think what it can become is just like, I want to soak in everything that's happened. There's a lot. I started the journey, married, cycling from Singapore to England. I've ended in New Orleans, single, and my journey has taken me down going one way and I've literally gone this way. It's such a bloody change and I've met so many different people along the way. There's me getting used to my own identity of being a single bloke at 31 years old, which, by the way, everybody, is absolutely amazing. I love saying this, but I'm really enjoying being single. Read into that what you want. In many ways, but I'm free to make decisions and I'm not going to be annoying people when I keep flitting between decisions. Imagine how difficult it was for Lucia when I'm constantly changing my mind. Bless her. That was hard for her, I could imagine. Whereas now it doesn't affect anybody. Apart from me. Let me have a look. Venera Vizid is crazy. You keep changing your mind all the time. It's disturbing, mate. I hope not. Imagine being me. Imagine how hard it is. There's good reason for it though. Mike Hedberg, you'll have a lot of editing time during your work period. Sounds like a great plan. That's true. Yeah, it's particularly out in Kenya. One of my little subtle plans, if I can do it, will be to fly my bike out to Kenya and do some African touring. I've spent a lot of time in Kenya. I lived in Egypt. I've visited South Africa. I went hiking in Ethiopia. So I've spent little bits of time in all these countries. I never bike toured in Africa. So yeah, Kenya bike tour is on the cards, and that could be very shortly. Depends on the work schedule. Let's have a look. So there's a bit of a mix. It's really good. Yeah, really good. I was going to say, is it all right if I sit inside? Or is it okay for me to talk like this?
Yeah, as long as
I'll be in the
yeah, like,
just like this.
yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, it's a little cold out here, huh?
Getting there. Not quite as cold as the UK, where I'm. Ooh, I'll bring that. Yeah, cheers, mate. Nice guy. One second. We good? Do you want me to grab the water? Yeah, thank you. What time does happy hour finish?
7.
What time is it now?
I think it's like 5.
Oh, sweet. We've got good time. Thank you. All right, let me have a look at this. This table's not as wobbly, so hopefully this is going to be better. There we go. So I'm now show you inside the little restaurant. It's quite a cool little pop-up. That's nice, isn't it? I've got myself in a booth, like in the corner. And I'm going to be keeping quiet in this corner. But there's a load of comments in here that I want to get to. Although I like to see your bike tour videos, Adam, I watch them because of you. Adam, you're a class act with a big heart, and that's why I'm one of your patrons. Mate, that is the most wonderful, that's the kindest thing that you could say, and that, thank you so much for that. That's as good feedback as anybody could ever get, I think. And I hope to continue that. Seeing some of the people I look up to and respect I follow them because of them. I think people find me because of the bike. The bike is the thing that they find me for. But I think people stay, and probably why I've got, at the moment, 54 people here. Nobody's watching me cycle right now. You're watching a random dude eat some chips. But hopefully it's because you're finding some value from what I get to say. Entertainment a little bit. And you get to see a little bit of like my normal day-to-day life. I am aware of not like oversharing and so on. I'll have a little talk about that in a minute with you guys. Chris Brandt, are you going? Oh, here we go. Here we go, mate. Are you going to admit that I beat you in that go-karting race in Magaluf now? Firstly, when we was 18, I went to Magaluf with Andy Ritchie and Chris Brandt, so all these lads that are in this live stream. And will I admit that you beat me? No, you didn't beat me. I'm sure I beat you. Did I stand at the top of the podium on number 1? I can't remember, mate. Let's have a look at these comments. Did you go to Treme? Kermit's mother-in-law lounge is amazing. I've not been to either of them places. No. What is that good? It's from Ivan. I have one question. Is it a money problem? Be honest, please. No, it's not. I have, as in what I earn through Patreon right now, I think I could survive and get through the Americas on my Patreon money if I was to continue making videos. I've still got a small amount of savings left. To be like honest, I've got like about £2,500 left in cash, which isn't an awful lot, I don't think. Still, I don't want to go back to the UK broke. That's a big consideration of mine. To go back with zero, I think would be catastrophic. So to take a job, build up a bit more of a buffer, hopefully keep making videos that are better than the ones I've already made, and with a little bit of a break and a little bit of more perspective, hopefully I think they will improve. So there we go. That's a really honest answer. You did say be honest, please. So I duly delivered. Okay. A few more questions. Just watched the Redwoods video. All those girls, lucky bugger. Those girls were genuinely just friends, by the way. I'll just throw that one out there. Both Emma and Liv, they were amazing. I spoke to those two girls about 3 days ago. They're in Mexico right now. They sent me a little photo of them watching that video live for the first time, and they genuinely became good friends from that tour together. Really enjoyed them 10 days. Some of my best days, I think, on the tour was cycling with them. Thank you for watching. A cold, tall, frosty beer is good for the soul. So is a slightly limp beer with a lime floating in it. So they rode so Ivan and Amy rode from New Orleans, from Miami in the last few weeks. And it honestly wasn't that great. There were some good bits, but lots of busy roads and crap Florida drivers. I made a decision not to cycle it this weekend after Thanksgiving. I could have cycled it, it'd been a big old cycle. And I thought, shall I cycle it? Or shall I just spend 8 days in New Orleans and 4 days in Miami? And the little comfortable tourist in me decided to do that. Not sorry, I'm happy. Ni hao, good morning, just woke up. Gangju, lovely to meet you, mate. Luca Modric. Treme is a district right near the centre of town. Really interesting, excellent jazz, Creole food, awful hurricane damage. If you have an extra day to do it, we'll make a good video. Yeah, what I'm going to do tomorrow for a video, that does sound really good. I'll have a look at that. My video tomorrow is going to be going out into the bayou, going into the swamps. I'm going to try and find an alligator. So I haven't filmed for about a week. That's why I thought I'd do a live video, because I've not captured a lot of New Orleans. I've just been so keen trying to make decisions. It's getting warm in here. I'm going to take this microphone off to take the jumper off. 1 second. we're back. I bought a new t-shirt as well. Do you like this? First t-shirt I've bought in 11 months. Long. I bought one in Japan, my orange one that I wear. So the second one I bought this year, 15 quid in the sales. It's got a little horsey on it. 15 nicker. Happy with that. Social media. Here's a good question for anyone out there that uses social media. What's your thoughts on it? I came off Facebook. Polo guy. Yeah. I came off Facebook about a month ago. And coming off Facebook. Actually, I'll just read this comment that's just come in. It's a good one, I think. There's a lot. Thanks a lot. There's two wonderful comments coming in here. Thanks a lot for your honesty. Please don't lose your mentality and your open mind. You're now a famous and good, nice guy. I don't know about that. Don't waste all your quality in the UK. I wouldn't agree that I'm famous for sure, mate, but I do appreciate that sentiment. So thank you. Kelly Laura Green, here's to help you survive a little longer through happy hour. Muchas gracias, muy bien. That's so good. Thank you very much. Greens are cruising. That $10, that makes a world of difference. I really appreciate that. My throat's going a bit sore, hoarse. Right. Social media came off Facebook about a month ago. What do you think? Do you use Facebook? Do you need it? I came off it because I felt like it wasn't adding value. It was just all a load of political nonsense. And I was quite aware of what groups I followed and things like that. And I just got to the point where I was like, what's Facebook? Where I didn't want it. I had a Facebook page for Adam Cycling the World and I had a few people following it, but it's mainly just my mum. I've kept Instagram, but equally I'm a bit like, I could bin that off as well. I use it to kind of spread the information about what I'm doing, but equally I could very happily just focus on this, and also it's quite nice to message people occasionally on Instagram, and it's led to real life interactions. That's the only thing that's kept me on it, is real life interactions. If it wasn't for that, would I use it as much? Probably not. And I think I already share a lot of my life through live streams and YouTube, and I don't want to be doing it in all these different pots just because I just don't see the use in it. What about Tinder? Yeah, it's good apparently, mate. It's 11:30. I've got a mad craving for Doritos. That's your fault. I love that. How about Tinder? I've heard Bumble's the way forward, mate. I had a good chat with one of my, I won't name him, so it's not appropriate, but a good chat with one of my YouTube friends about dating and stuff like that on the internet. And I was like, and we both agreed that to make a travel series where we go around basically dating women might be really good. But my thoughts are that would be, a different channel would be needed. Bike Flow, defo. Yeah, was it him? I said I wouldn't say, no comment. You'd be surprised who it was. But yeah, I think there's definitely little stories to be told from being I've been single now for like the best part of 9 months, and I'm definitely getting into the swing of who I am. Not just going around getting with women, it's more just who I am. Who am I? What is my character? What am I like as a solo person? And I think it's a powerful thing to have the time and space to travel alone and work out your own identity, because you're always meeting new people and you're introducing yourself to new people. And my identity for the last year and a half has been I'm this guy on a mission, on a bike mission, and now it's slowly unraveled in my head that that's not my mission. What is my mission? Bike Flow, crazy ideas. I think his ideas are pure genius. There's that fine line between genius and crazy. But my ideas are, for my identity, is just to keep creating and keep inspiring. I really want to make a film. That's like my next step, I feel. This is me learning in public. and creating whatever this is, my YouTube channel. But in the future, it's to make an adventure documentary and something that will stand up against other documentaries and inspire people. What is my best souvenir cycling the world so far?
You doing good?
I'm really good. One more beer, please, yeah.
Do you want the same one or different one?
I'll try another one, please, yeah.
Yeah, we have Dos Equis, which is a Mexican lager. And then we have Yuengling lager that are on the happy hour.
Dos Equis?
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis?
Yeah.
I'll try that, please, yeah. Bike touring influencer from Juan Carlos Sanchez. Oh, Luke Dewar. Going to Kip. La, good luck. You're from Liverpool. Definitely from Liverpool with that. Cheers, La. Much appreciated. Dos Equis is a fine Mexican beer. I've not tried that. Happy hour. Bike touring influencer. Do you know who else I follow? And I read one of his stories on social media that was really heartwarming, inspiring. Is that Darren Alf, bike touring pro. Most of you might know who he is. And I didn't realise that that guy is effectively being full-time bike touring dude. Like the best part of is it 10, 15 years, 20 years, something like that. And the guy had cancer and he's overcome that. And I'm like, hats off to that dude. But I think as well, do I want to just do that? I want to be broader. I don't want to just do bike touring. So that's kind of where I sit.
So this is the Dos Equis right here.
Ah,
I gave you a little sample of my favorite one. It's not on happy hour. This is a Negra Modelo. It's like a darker.
muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Thank
Good.
you.
Yep.
Thank you. Here we go. This is his favourite little sample. Let's go for this one first. It's got a good nose. Oaky. That's all right, that. It's definitely got like a stronger aftertaste. I'm happy with that, yeah. Translates to 2 X's. Crown Jewels, boom, how you doing, mate? My friend who filmed and edited our music videos, creates films, Adam, is really good. That's good, man. Up in Manchester. Madeos, what's your favourite football team in the Premier League in the UK? From Eugene McGeever. Well, my favourite team in the Premier League is none, but my favourite team in the Championship is Hull City. If I was to follow any team in the Premier League as a neutral, I think everyone's second team's Leicester. I would say that, you know, when they won the league that year, everyone's favourite second team. My dad's a Liverpool fan, so I've always disliked Liverpool just to annoy him, and I will forever. Albeit they play the best football in the Premier League at the moment well, not as good as last season, but they're playing well. But I would say Leicester. Leicester is smashing it. Ash Middleton, any news on the course in London? No news, mate. I said it months ago now that I applied for a filmmaking course in London starting in September. January is when I'd find out, but if I take this job, I probably won't do it. I'd probably just keep doing it on my own. So where am I now? In Mexico. I am in New Orleans at a Mexican restaurant. So yeah, I'm eating a jar of chips, never-ending chips. Andy Ritchie, I'm gonna love this comment. Remember you wearing a Bolton shirt in school? Sure you found it. It had Wallace on the back, mate. Still wearing white. Yeah, Wallace. Rod Wallace. I'm sure it was Rod Wallace. Chris Mulligan, are you still there? Massive Bolton Wanderers fan. JJ Kocher, Campero, Yuri Djorkaeff. If Bolton Wanderers were in the Premier League, they'd probably be my second team. Massive fan of Bolton back in the day, under Sam Allardyce. Mate, the football they played. Djorkaeff and JJ Kocher. They were bringing in like Hierro, Campo. Such a good team. What's his name? Kevin Davis. Ivan Campo. Crown Jewels, you might have some contacts, mate, and an all good here. Mate, have a good Christmas back in the UK, and if you ride into Yorkshire, shout at me and I'll pedal ride with you. And Scott Mills is very funny on BBC Radio 1 today. What was Scott Mills saying? I've not listened to BBC Radio for a long time. It feels like a long way at the moment, British radio. I want to document. I'm going to have to get a new phone card when I get to London. So I don't have a British phone. I've got an American phone right now, American SIM. But I want to, document me coming back. It's going to be a big thing to do, really. The day I get back, I'm going to be staying at a good friend's house, Ollie Bambrick's in London. And then from there, I don't know the exact plans, but I need to get to Wiltshire for the 17th of December. I've got an offer to stay with a friend who I met in San Francisco. And she's offered to put me up for 3 days in London, where she lives. And I've got Chris Brandt who's offered to put me up as well. So I've got a few friends. Oh, Ivan, you're always welcome at ours in London, mate. That's amazing. There's 3 offers. I've got another mate. Do you know what? I need to work out. Here's something for you all to help me with. I say that help me. I'll make my own decisions, but 1 second. Beer number 2. Cerveza dos. Now, would you squeeze the lime into the beer or not? Yeah. Why the hell not? It now becomes a cocktail. That's how it works, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to rent somewhere to live in England. And I don't know where that's going to be. 2 or 3 options. And why I'm going to do it. I'm going to rent somewhere so I've got a base. Year round. And by rent somewhere, I mean a room. Nothing more than that. A room in a shared house or flat. And I can live anywhere with this job I will hopefully get. Like, for example, one of my friends lives in Doha, lives in Qatar, and does this job. Some people live in Scotland, some people live in the south of England. They just pay for your travel to go wherever you need it. So technically, I could be like, I'm going to live in Cairo, which I'm tempted to do, but I'm going to spend time with family. And I think 2 options. Option number 1 is to go back to Beverley, my hometown in East Yorkshire. Parents live there, brother, sister live there, and I've got family. I know friends in Beverley, and albeit a lot have moved on, I know it. I know it. You know, I know where I'd want to live. I could go to the rugby club on a weekend, and it'd be a little base to go and see family and friends, and then go and do my own thing. It's Yorkshire as well, so it's cheaper. Andy Rich is giving me a big thumbs up to Beverley. I spoke to Phil DeBoule the other day, mate, and we're going to get Gretna over and have a little bit of a catch-up at some point when I'm back, and I'm looking forward to that a hell of a lot, just to see old friends I've not seen for years. So Beverley, someone's just said I could try house sitting. We do that full time from Nomad Life Kiwi. That's a wonderful thing. Oh, I did forget to answer the souvenir question. Right, let me answer this best souvenir question. I don't keep souvenirs, firstly, so it's a hard one to take. I have a handful of little things people have given me, really small things. Stickers, loads of stickers. A lovely girl that I made friends with in Japan called Anna. She gave me a Spanish phrase book, which I've been using and learning from. That was really appreciated. Just that's about it. The flag. Somebody gave me a flag. Is that you, Flatliner Ray? The 2 cyclists that I met in India House Hostel in New Orleans. Somebody left me a flag with thank you and good luck for your journey. I didn't realise if that was you, if it's you. There's a few more questions here, but I'm going to keep going back to where I was. 2 places I could live. Beverley, option number 1. East Yorkshire. I'm leaning towards that because it's... No, okay. I'm leaning to... the green flag. Best... Oh, of course. The custom-made flag that was made to me by Katie in Alaska is by far the best souvenir I've got, by a long way. Katie, which is the daughter of my wonderful Alaskan family, and she made me this really good custom-made flag with my YouTube name and the flag of the Americas. Yeah, that one. That's my best souvenir. Ah, Robert Jacobs, Flatliner 8, got you. Is it Robert Jacobs? I'm presuming so. If so, that is good memory from me. And my favourite Christmas song of all time. I'll go to that in a minute. Option number 2 is London. There's definitely, the con of London is it's more expensive, generally. The pro of London is it puts me in the centre of England and I can create contacts and can go into like other filmmaking projects down there. But the more I think about it, the less I feel London's going to meet me. Why live in a city like London when I don't need to live and work there? If I could choose any city to live in the world, London wouldn't be up there on the list. Chiang Mai would be higher. Vancouver is more expensive, would be higher. Cairo would be higher on the list. So I'm kind of like, okay, if I'm gonna, I might just move back to Beverley and rent a place there, put my stuff there, and then go off and do adventures from there. In Yorkshire, Scotland, the Lake District, Mexico, Thailand. I want to return to Thailand. There's a lot of Thailand I still want to cycle. There's other countries I've not been to. Myanmar, I want to cycle through there. Pamir Highway. That was really good. What was the name of that little beer?
Negra Modelo.
Negra
Modelo.
Modelo.
Yeah, the Modelo, their popular beer is like a lager like that.
Modelo.
But this is like their
the dark beer.
version.
Cool. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much.
What's the name of your?
It's my name, which is Adam Hugill.
Okay.
Hugill. Like hug ill.
Right. Do you need to cycle?
Yeah, I've travelled by bike for 18 months.
Okay.
And I'm like coming to the end of a journey here, so I'm like working out where I'm going.
Are you going to fly back to England soon?
Fly back for
Britain. I don't know what part.
Yeah, I'm from England, yeah,
Okay,
so I'm going to fly back for Christmas.
If you were Scottish, you would have got mad at me.
Well, yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to understand me if I was Scottish. I'd be like far too deep an accent. Cheers, mate. Chiang Mai or Beverley, stick with Beverley. There's a lot of good questions here. Catch you later, Adam. Time to go home. Yes, I've been watching your live stream whilst at work. Brilliant. Flatliner, yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm almost talking myself into a decision here, but I think I'm probably going to look at renting a room somewhere in Beverley for the year and having a base where I go back to. I also probably need somewhere to live for like tax purposes and stuff like that, and just give my family some time. And then I think when I'm not working, I'm going to be probably not there that often. I'm going to be off, away, cycling, hiking, and doing projects, film projects, anything that comes up. I'm also going to be, this is quite a big thing that I'm going to be doing in the new year, is I'm going to be signing up for this thing called Team Rubicon. It was a disaster response organisation set up by a guy called General Petraeus in the United States. And basically they utilise former military personnel and fire service, ambulance service, people and civilians to help with disaster responses across the world. And it's something I've always wanted to do since leaving the military. So I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to do their training, do internal disaster response, and it's all volunteer based. So it's not a job. I think they might pay for your travel and some expenses, and that's about it. But that will be something I'm on call for. If I've got a flexible job and a flexible time, I think I'm like also someone probably quite good to do that. And I want to just give some stuff back to the world, really. So yeah, I'm going to sign up and do this Team Rubicon thing in the new year, which I'm really excited to do. What other projects have I hopefully got to do? There's a couple of other volunteer projects that I'm looking at maybe helping out and assisting with. A good mate of mine who I used to work with. A good mate of mine I used to work with. Works in South Africa, and it's a project where they use veterans to train anti-poaching teams. It's volunteer basis again, and it's like for a few weeks to a month or so, and I'm going to look and see if I can do that. Help train some anti-poaching teams in South Africa. So I've got a few really exciting things that I've been wanting to do for a while, but because I've been on this bike trip, I've not been able to do. So, do you know, when I talk about this channel and the way it's going to change, all of these things are going to become part of my channel. The video creating is going to be the constant that I want to do in the background and keep making. Ash Middleton, a lot of creators use Bali and Hoi An in Vietnam as a base now. Adam, Chiang Mai isn't as popular as it used to be. Yeah, I can see, I'm not been to Hoi An or Bali, and I kind of feel you're going to get me one of those t-shirts. Branty. I got it from TJ Maxx, which is the equivalent of TK Maxx in America. If you want a t-shirt, mate, Christmas present, you can become a patron and I'll get you a t-shirt. There we go. Michael Lee's just logged in. Adam, you are so funny. I've not met anyone that can change their mind tomorrow night, be another story. I think you're right, to be honest, mate. Andrew Delano, Team Rubicon sounds like a good, worthwhile initiative for a man of your experience, Adam. Chris Brandt, haha. Yeah, there we go, mate. Yeah, I think the Team Rubicon thing is, it's a good thing to kind of do in the background. And the reason I'd also be doing it is to reconnect with ex-military people that's like-minded, do the training with them, and then do these projects with them. The one thing that I feel I'm missing is that working as a team aspect of my life. I've been working solo for a long time, and I love working in teams and leading teams and seeing teams grow. And I think if I do get this new job, that'll be a lot of working in small teams, 3-4 person teams, but also making individual decisions. But if I do Team Rubicon, it's definitely working as part of a member of a larger team and just bringing to them that skills. Lucian Dutu, you legend! It must be late in Romania, mate. 25 Romanian currency. Thank you so much for that super chat. I imagine some of my audience now is going to reduce because Jayo is going to be going on. I think his video goes live very shortly. Mike Lee's new t-shirt. You missed that, mate, yeah. First, it's the second t-shirt I bought in 2019. I wanted to look like a non-cyclist just for a bit, mate. I was like, right, I'm going to get myself to TJ Maxx, which is TK Maxx in America. 15 nicker, $15. So that's like what, 12, 13 quid. I got two t-shirts, just normal polo shirt, simple, good on me. Yeah, cheers, mate. I've been wearing sportswear for a long time. I also bought some trousers. I'll show you. Just normal chinos. There we go. Just normal trousers. And that's it. That's all I've bought. I've not been flashing the cash because I don't have that much left, to be honest. Nice. Cheers, guys. In other news, anybody see the Ballon d'Or? Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is the best player in the world, apparently. Does anybody agree, disagree? What's your thoughts? Let me give you my 2 pence. Virgil van Dijk, Lionel Messi. How can you compare those two? One's a centre-back, won the Champions League, probably the best player in the Premiership by a long way. Oh, Ivan YS76 has just sent $20, mate. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I've never seen you comment or anything before. Thank you so much. There's a few people just joining right now that I'm going to have to update on what's happened. So I'm going to give you a little abridged where we are. So I've just had Lisa Wilson just joining. Where are you right now? I'm in New Orleans. I'm going to be in New Orleans until the 7th of this month. He's in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not going to be coming to Atlanta, Georgia, unfortunately, pal. But I'm going to be flying from New Orleans on the 7th of December to Miami. Miami, flying to London on the 12th of December. And then from there, bit of time in the UK, job interview, cycle back to Yorkshire, have a load of these with old mates. Let's get this done. I've been talking too much. Have a few beers with all my old and best and greatest friends, catch up with as many people as I can, probably start doing some work in January if I get this job, and then from there plan. I've been writing a list, and somebody told me to do this. Matt Galat, I mentioned a few times today, he has a bucket list. I don't have one, and he's like, just try and write 100 items that you want to do. And he's like, you'll struggle by 20. I struggled at like 8, got to 8, and I'm like, I have no idea. Bucket list. So some of the things I've wrote, things I want to do, are like cycles. So I want to cycle the Baja Divide, Great Divide mountain bike route, Land's End John O'Groats. I want to cycle the Premier Highway, and I want to do there's loads of individual tours in Africa I want to do as well. I want to do some mountain biking, bikepacking style cycling up in Scotland. There's like some small things I want to do. Cheers from Casablanca, Morocco. Good night. So that's some things I want to do. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm at 9,100 right now. I had the aim of getting to 10,000 before the end of this year. It's nearly December. Oh, it's December now. I don't think I'll get it. Don't think I'll get 800 subscribers this month, but I'll be close. This time last year, I was at about 900. So to be at 9,000 now is unbelievable. I can't quite believe I'm there. So that's another aim. And then there's aims of building a community, being in the UK, and just being with family. And just I'm building. I want to create a short film. I want the short film to be premiered at any film festival anywhere in the world. That's like an aim. Then big aim to have it premiered at Banff. A film at Banff. Might be in the future, might be in 10 years time, but that's a big aim. I want to give a talk at the Royal Geographical Society in the UK. These are all like things on my list. So I'm trying to build my life around these objectives and aims. Going back to football. One of my other great loves in the world is football, soccer, as Americans call it. Lionel Messi, what do you reckon? Should have got it, shouldn't have got it? Van Dijk, was he robbed? Ronaldo, I can see why he's third. Messi though, unbelievable. The guy's skills are outrageous. I can't believe JJ Okocha never got a Ballon d'Or. He back in the day. +1 from Learn Frenchable. Oh, I wasn't subbed, I am now. Da, 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 da. Thank you so much. All you guys that have given me super chats today, really unexpected. This video has been on like 83 minutes, not a long live stream. It's becoming a good old long one, and I was not expecting to talk this long. It's quite therapeutic for me to be able to express my thoughts and to connect with Andy Ritchie, Chris Mulligan, Chris Brandt, some of my old mates in here. I need to see you all when I get back, and anyone else that's in the UK that's on this channel watching. If you're here, I'd love to connect with you, meet up with you. I am thinking out loud right now, but maybe in the new year at some point of having some sort of bike tour meetup. God knows where, but maybe do something small, like I said small, something like the coast to coast. What do you think? Cycle the coast to coast with me, cycle across England for a few days, however long that takes. Make a video about it. I'd like to do some more UK cycling, because I've hardly cycled in the UK. Ivan said that'd be awesome, we'd come. There we go. Yes, one person in. Do you know what? If you build it, they will come, is one of my thoughts. Chris Brandt just sent me a message on Facebook. I can't read it whilst I'm doing a live. I'd love to read that, mate, but I can't read it right now. Baffled Stoke, come to Moab. I'd love to have gone to Utah. It's one of the things I kind of regret missing. That's actually our 2020 rule, a couple of dozen mini UK tours. There we go. I think there's about 14 countries that I've cycled in. 14 that I've cycled in more than the UK. And that doesn't sit well with me. I'm kind of like, I've cycled more in Malaysia than I have in the UK. More in Thailand, more in China, more in Vietnam, more in Laos, more in Cambodia, all of them Southeast Asian countries. More in Korea, more in Japan, definitely more in America, more in Canada, more in Cyprus. I lived in Cyprus and cycled around the island. Cycled more in Cyprus in the UK, have I? Oh no, maybe about the same. More in France, more in Belgium, more in Spain. So I want to cycle more in the UK. It's a really good point. North Coast 500 or the Hebridean Way, that's a ride. Hell yeah, coast to coast, so Crown Jewels. So the two thoughts is to make it easy and make it a sociable ride, so like bike touring style, and then build onto that and do things like the North Coast 500 in the future. So that's an idea. When do you think you'll win the Euros 2020 football next June? Who do you think? England, of course. Football's coming home. Who do you think? Out of interest. So yeah, Ivan, do you know what, mate? We should have a good chat and see if we can bring a few of us together. Let's see if we can bring a few UK bike touring people together and arrange some sort of communal bike tour event. I don't know. It's just a thought at the moment. Germany or France to win the Euros? Germany, they're a spent force. Absolutely spent force. Name me a decent German player at the moment. None. France, fair one. Griezmann on his way out. Mbappe, awesome, fair one. But I'd rather have a Jordan Sancho than a Kylian Mbappe right now. Shout me all UK bout mooches, mate, I'll be there. Liverpool gonna win, man. Totally. By that point, maybe we'll have uploaded a couple more of our USA videos. Yeah, once you get off it, it takes me a full day to make, I'd say, my usual time to make about 5 to 7 days of filming is about 1 day. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video and it'll take me all day to make it. Some take me all day, some a bit less. Some of the better ones will take me more, but it's kind of like you've got to be in the right mood, the right place, the right mindset. So easy to keep putting it off, but I don't see the bike trip as being over until you finish the videos, you've finished telling your story. So right now, for you, Ivan, you're still on the tour. And when you go back and you watch them videos, you're going to see things that you forgot about. And you're going to be like, oh, yeah, do you remember? Yesterday, I met a friend and she wanted to watch some of my videos, wanted story time with Adam. And I went back to an old video of me cycling through Spain with my mate Ollie. And the difference in my videos from there to now, they've come on. Yeah, but that's with the editing skills being all fresh for you. I'm a newbie. I did blog every day though, and turning that into my next book. Well done, mate. That's in itself, and you've already got that experience of getting a book published, or more than one book, I believe. So yeah, that's good. I think writing a book is such another level of dedication. Something I've never done. And it's something I hope to do. The thing is, I've not written this journey down. I'm not journaled. But I think I could still write a book about this journey. It'll be different to any other bike touring book. I don't know how many other people start a bike tour married and it all crumbles. I'd love to tell the real story of what happened because nobody really knows. We'll see. I've released too much information there. Yeah, you're right. My editing skills are fresh. My dad is in the room. If anybody would like to say hello to Jamie Ugill, the greatest man in Yorkshire, say hello. say hello to Jamie. I'm going to give a shout out to my dad here. Over this last 18 months, me and my dad have always been close, but over this last 18 months, I feel like our friendship has built and built stronger. And he's become an absolute pillar and bedrock of me and who I am. So Jamie, Ugill, my dad, thank you for being there. Whenever I ring you, all times of the day, I know that you always keep a really smiley, happy, good old face on in England when everything isn't always rosy and hunky-dory. back home. I know there's troubles and work, and my dad got laid off recently. It was a load of rubbish. Got laid off, and he keeps a brave face, and it's like, don't worry, lad, I'll get another job, just like that. So I learn a lot from you, and so thank you to my dad. There's a load of people in the chat there saying hello to Jamie, to my dad. Crown Jewels, yes Adam Dad, softball's good in the mate, to the greatest man in Yorkshire. My dad, I love this story. When I first got to Alaska, my dad hasn't travelled a great deal at all, but my dad's travelled with me. And when I got to Alaska, my dad, I was doing a video call with my parents, and I was like, oh, here Dad, come and speak to Jim Lowe, wonderful man. And he started with me on this on the tour in Alaska. He did the first few days, and he had a little chat to Jim. And afterwards, my dad goes, "Here, son, that's the first American man I've ever spoken to." And I was like, "Yes." And that's the beauty of the internet in 2019, is I can share this journey with my family. And when I go back home, it's going to be lovely. It'll be beautiful, but within about 5 minutes, I'll be like, so, how are things? My dad, you're very welcome, son. I love you. I love you too, Dad. From Dwayne, how did I find Alaska and the Yukon? I loved Alaska. I loved the Yukon as well. It's kind of, I'd put them into one category, Alaska, Yukon. It's almost the same. Similar temperature, similar terrain. It's hard to differentiate between the two. It's wild, it's beautiful, it's some of the best wildlife I've seen on the journey, and it's lonely, remote, so I had to be ready and prepared for that, and that takes some getting used to. For me, it's the most therapeutic thing I could have done post-breakup, is to have cycled alone for 2 months or so through Yukon, Alaska. From the top of the world, I'll always be able to say I cycled from Prudhoe Bay down through to Alaska through Yukon, and I'm really proud I did that. It was a challenge with the bike, but the biggest challenge was just entertaining yourself, realising that I'm not that interested in by myself. Even though I'm sat by myself here, I've got people interacting with me, so it's not quite the same. So yeah, that is how I found Alaska and Yukon. 92 minutes of live stream. I'm going to finish this live stream when I finish this beer. Until then, if anyone's got any other questions, I don't think I've missed anything here. Loads of really love comments there from Alan Spence. Well done, Jamie, brought up a good lad. Cheers, mate. Someone's missed an hour and a half. Alan Spence again missed an hour and a half live. You can come back and watch it another time, buddy. Yeah, I think here's a good question for Jamie, for my dad. What do you think? Who do you think is going to win Euro 2020? Put it in the comments. From Dwayne, what other parts of Canada do I admire? Haida Gwaii. I will return. 100% will return. I have to. I'd love to return next summer for the Edge of the World Festival, to do it 2 years in a row, because it was the most beautiful, most special place I've ever been. And the people there just take you in to their community. And I was there long enough to just get a feel for that. I think I was there for 11 days, 12 days. So yeah, Haida Gwaii, which is Queen Charlotte Islands in colonial world, but the Haida people, the Haida Nation, and that festival, that's my favourite place in Canada. And then thirdly, Vancouver. Oh, that city. Favourite North American city I've been to. That and Boulder. I think Boulder's a city. Boulder's beautiful. I flew into Boulder, and that's a future video that's going to come out. I cycled around Boulder with Ryan Van Duzer. We went hiking and we went for burritos. It was bloody amazing. I'm so happy I got to spend a day with a guy that I've looked up to and watched his videos for a long time, and made a friend. And we've been chatting back and forth a little bit, and yeah, it's definitely made a friend. Dad, you've not said who you think's going to win Euro 2020. He'll think England, so easy answer. Dwayne has said, a friend of mine is from the UK originally. His mum is from Liverpool and his dad's from Edinburgh. My friend's dad's from Ireland. I love that about the United States. I get that asked a lot. It's like, Germany? Where's that come from? Leroy Sané? Germany? The old enemy? We're going to have a fallout here. Ronald's, hello Jamie, God bless us, from the US. But in Germany? Even France is a push, but come on lad. Ridiculous. Hi Adam, come to Nova Scotia. Oh, I'd love to. Direct flight from London Heathrow. Is there? I'd love to go to Eastern Canada. I nearly did, nearly cycled across Canada for a little bit, but Ivan's off. Right, off now, speak to you soon. It's getting late in the UK, mate. Thank you for coming along. Good night. Air Canada flight right to us. One of the reasons I'm also going back to the UK, genuine point, is my health insurance runs out in a week. If I get injured now, I'm alright. When I go back, if I go to Mexico and keep going, I'd have to get new health insurance. And that's expensive. Don't want to have no insurance in the United States, obviously. And I also don't want to have none in Mexico and beyond. And I don't think I've got enough money to get another year. So I'll need to go back to the UK, get a job, get a bit more money, and then have insurance. So that's another genuine point why I'm going back. Oh, here we go. Eugene, I don't want to answer your question. What do I think of Brexit right now? If you ask anyone overseas, so just to put into context, I've not lived in the UK for 2.5 years now. Is there a third beer? Third one that you sold?
Huh?
Is there a third different?
Yingling Lager, that one's on Happy Hour, yeah. That one's like a American, it's like the oldest brewery.
Yingling. I've had Yingling.
Yeah.
Could I get a Yingling, please?
Sure.
Yeah, cheers. Right, we've got until this next beer goes, but I'm not going to be sipping it, like nursing it like this one. Right. Goodbye, Adam. I've got an exam in 4 hours. Get to bed. Keep my eyes down. Yeah, I've not lived in the UK for 2.5 years, so I see Brexit like I do, like anyone that doesn't live there sees it. But for me, I just think it's been handled atrociously. I think the people in power are self-centred and self-serving, all of them, both sides. I think the decision to split has divided the country, and it's no longer possible to have like opposing opinions and get on. It's almost like, oh, you want to leave, I want to remain. Oh, and it's so polarising. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yes.
So my thoughts are, firstly, they probably shouldn't have put it to a public vote and asked people to vote on something that nobody had a plan to deliver, firstly. And average person doesn't know the economic effects of leaving the EU. I just think it's ridiculous. Anyway, so let's have a look. So Larry's asking, where am I right now? I'm in New Orleans. I am in a Mexican restaurant. Look at this, lovely little Mexican. I had a burrito earlier, which you're probably glad you've missed. I've now got a thing of potato chips, corn chips. Don't think they're potato chips, corn chips. And I've got some salsa, so I keep dipping these occasionally into the salsa. In New Orleans. So Dwayne, imagine being a kid from the UK, having to go to school in America as a kid, a part of your life, and having to pledge allegiance to the US flag by your birthday. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's tough, man. But equally, that's what it is, innit? Suppose you become patriotic and understanding the place you live sometimes, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. Larry Hicks, Chio, Christmas a couple of years ago, 12 degrees, sunny, cycling all day. Shark mentality, just tuned in. Health insurance is a reason to go home, even if it's socialised medicine. Yeah, mate, it's a genuine point that I sometimes forget, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be all right. Nah, I've not needed my health insurance, which is good, but you hopefully never do. One of the big things here that I get asked a lot when I talk to people is about their health insurance and just how messed up the US health system is. Best thing to Mexico is coming here, but yeah, it's just a shame how just the system's set up for rich people making a lot of money. Did they give you big portions? Yeah, I had a super burrito, mate. It was ridiculous. It was big. Dwayne is saying this live chat is great. Oh, good. I was a bit in two minds about whether to do it. I'll tell you why. Because I didn't want to announce something and then change my mind again. But you know, right now, I've been announcing what I think too much recently. Whereas right now, I feel so set on what I'm doing, so happy to come see my family, see my friends, that yeah, I'll announce it and just go with it, roll with it. I've got 2 videos lined up at the moment to release. They're a little bit different. They're not normal videos. I've just released a normal video, if anyone's seen it. The Redwood ones, California Dreaming, cycling through the Redwoods with my 2 amazing friends, with Olivia and Emma, the Australian girls. But yeah, if you'd like to watch that, go and watch it. I highly recommend you watch it, because it's fun. It's a good fun video, that. It has a really inspiring interview at the end, albeit the sound's a bit crap, but I couldn't get the background down. There's too much traffic. But the inspiring story about Rebecca and, what's his name? That's going to annoy me. But there's Rebecca and her husband, who he's cycling for therapy on an elliptigo. So go and watch that. I was in two minds about to do a live stream because I just didn't want to announce something I'm not certain about. But I'm certain. I'm happy. I'm off home. Alan Spence, will you buy another tent before your next trip? What do you think of the MSR replacement? It's lightweight and it's good. My little, what's the brand of my tent at the moment? My Montbell. But I won't buy it again. Too small. Sorry. Would I buy another tent? Depends where I'm going. Shark mentality, $20 in the back. Oh, that's 100 minutes in Shark mentality. And thank you so much for that. Mate, you are again one of my greatest super chatters. That puts the live super chat for this video to £97, which you guys, I don't think you really realise how much that makes a massive difference to me. It makes all the creating worthwhile. These live chats are probably my biggest source of income, albeit they don't get the biggest views. To put it into perspective, the biggest video I've got is about my kit, my bike packing kit. Definitely a clickbaity title, but I got 40,000 views for that, and that's about 100 quid. So this video, with currently 35 people here, has made me as much as the most viewed video on my channel. One of the questions, do you have much hair on your armpits? 34 I'm watching, yeah mate, it's amazing. So I think overall on this video I got up to like 60, maybe 70 people at its peak. But to have that many people at its peak, it's late in the UK now, so people are dropping off. And to make £100 from a video really does make the creating worthwhile, because I spend more than a full-time job videoing, editing, sound design and all that. It's all good, but I enjoy doing it. Oh, sound was brilliant, perfectly okay in your Bill Red review. Thank you. I think it's that interview at the end. It's just the background's really loud, and I tried to get background down, but it's hard. Do I have armpit hair? Loads, mate. Baffled Stoke. It's giving me a good old doo-doo. Happy with that, mate. Shark mentality, you legend. What camera are you using now? Video and sound are great. Okay, so this camera now that I'm using is a iPhone XR, and I'm using this microphone. So that's the sound, and I'm just talking normally, and I'm in a restaurant. So, but my normal camera I use, no one's seen any footage from that camera yet, because I bought it in San Francisco. So I broke my other camera. So the camera you're watching the videos with, that's the last legs of that camera. The microphone was buggered, and yeah, I had to get a new camera. So the ISO would just turn itself up to max after about a year of being dropped. So the next videos, the camera's better. Yeah, you only need health insurance once. Fully agree with you, mate. Dwayne, I'd like to visit the Lake District in the UK. Same, mate. I cannot wait. I've only ever been once, which I feel is... What's the new camera? So my normal camera is a Panasonic Lumix G85? Yeah. Alan Spence. Hey, Dad, tell him not to get any more body parts out. And you'd be like, whoa, bloody idiots. Yingaling, happy hour. I wasn't going to drink today. I've had a few days off boozing. New Orleans can be expensive, but as soon as it's happy hour, it's $3 a pint, and I've received 97 nicker. Oh, you guys, you're paying my entertainment liquid at the moment. Baffled Stuart, I mess around on a Fuji X-T30. Hard to make videos because it has no in-body stabilisation, and I fully agree with that, mate. I had the Panasonic Lumix G7, no in-body stabilisation, and it's hard. It's not. You need a tripod, and it's crap for run and gun. Whereas my G85 has stabilisation. It's slightly weather sealed. It's got everything I need, and it's not that expensive relative to like GH5, and that's too bulky for what I use to put in a handlebar bag. Yeah, there we go. Camera gear talk. I love talking cameras. Dwayne's been to London, UK. Any other places I should see there? Somebody that's not lived in the UK for a while, which is me, but the places I want to see and the places I have been: Scotland, West Highlands, Lake District as mentioned, the Cairngorms in Scotland again, Northern Ireland. I've cycled the whole Northern Ireland coast. That's beautiful, with the obvious things like the Giant's Causeway and the big old trees, old ancient trees that are used in Game of Thrones. Yorkshire, the Yorkshire Dales, the Yorkshire Moors, I would say. Cornwall, even at winter's beautiful. Me and Chris Brand, who was in the chat earlier, we sat there. We went to Cornwall a few Christmases ago for New Year's, rented a cottage, wonderful. Little question marks from Lewis Earlyson, don't understand, mate. Get a good drink down your neck from Mike Lees. Roger. Some good questions here. Baffled Sturt, you've heard Lumix ones have really good stabilisation. They do, but you pay for it. With any camera, you pay for what you get. But these mirrorless Micro Four Thirds style cameras, if they're designed for photo or video, it's just different. So you're generally just going to get what you pay for, mate. It's no one's robbing you with a camera. Alex Van Gelder, what are some other touring video series I enjoy? Very good question. Top of my head. Okay, I've mentioned them already today, so I'll mention them again. There's Jayo, Matt Galat series, recumbent triker around the world. Ed Pratt, I've not mentioned him before, but he's a wonderful YouTuber, and he's currently making a USA series. That guy, where I'm at and where he's at, it's another level. That dude, though, he's got. It was lovely to see him grow as a person, as a creator. But he doesn't make as many videos as the likes of me. I make more, the quality is a bit less, but I make more. And then there's Jayo, who makes amazing quality often, and then raw ready ones, and he makes a lot more videos. So it's just like there's lots of different people doing different styles. Pathless Pedaled, who's in here earlier. There's Ivan, who his series, I really enjoyed watching Ivan's series. The Floor is Lava, really nice. Bike Flow, when he was cycling, that was great. Ryan Van Duzer, I love his running videos, I love his cycling videos. Johan Gugarev, cycling about with Ali Durnham. Bicycle Touring Pro with, what's his name? I mentioned his name earlier, Darren Alf. Jayo, Jayoe, Jayo. The Jayo Nation. If you go into my channel on a desktop, there's my favourite channels. World on Two Wheels, I really enjoyed their videos when they made them. I think they're going back on the road again soon, so you might see some videos from them again. Yeah, there we go. Load of bike tourists there for you to get your teeth into. So me, Smoking Locust, can you actually read the 100-letter words in the road signs in Northern Ireland? I think you're thinking Wales Smoking Locust, with the one that ends in go, go, go. No, I can't read that. William Fraser, thoughts on visiting Wales? I spent a lot of time in the south of Wales. I don't know the north of Wales very well, but the Black Mountains, the Brecon Beacons are all beautiful areas. Pennyvan, I love. I've walked up that hill 5 or 6 times. Biggest hill in the south of England. Why does somebody want to see my armpit again? Have you not seen my armpit? No. It's weird. Mr. Gargle Thing is bike packing. I've not heard of him. Who else do I watch? There's not that many I watch, to be honest. I kind of like just do my Wheels to Wonder. Oh, mate, they are amazing. And I've been in touch with them a lot as well, back a few months ago. Wheels to Wonder, his videography, on point. On point. But again, if you look, they make less videos than I do. So it's definitely more quality than mine is quantity. I'm consistently one a week. But I don't think there's anything wrong with either way. I think you've got to do your own thing and not compare. Oh, you want to smell me? Mate, you're going to get blocked with a chat like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, time out. Gone. Just a time out, not deleted. Baffled Stir, have you spent much time on Crazy Guy on a Bike? That is the place that I first really started reading about long distance touring. So here we go, mate. When a story about that. When we first started this journey, Lucia, she made a journal and she wrote every day on Crazy Guy on a Bike, and she became a featured journal article. If you search Adam Hugill or Lucia Hugill into Crazy Guy, you might find us. I think the series is called Singapore to UK, but you can read like literally every single day up to about Cambodia, and then everything went to shit. So yeah. Baffled Stir, do you know any bike tourist creators that don't use a drone? Ed Pratt didn't for a long time, but he did for America. So he built his audience and he built his skills with no drone. Bike Flow, he doesn't use a drone when he cycled. Yeah, that's about it. A lot of people start without a drone. I started without a drone. Johan started without a drone, and these people get big without a drone. The thing is, drones, the prices are coming down. You can get second-hand drones quite cheap, and that's why we use them. They're cheap and they're light, and it's just another tool. Nobody's gonna get brilliant videos just by having a drone. I feel like the drone for me is about 5 to 10%, which is not proportionate to the money I spend on the drone. I spent about £2,000 on drones. It's really ridiculous. So there. Let me have a look. So, for me, a drone is an investment, but I don't think it makes you. Definitely doesn't make you. Dwayne, Steve's Kitchen has great travel vlogs. Not seeing that. Jack Farris came in late. Do you have any tickets purchased? Oh, this is another tease. No tease, mate. Anyone that's just joined, I am flying from New Orleans on Saturday. Bike box is already there. And I'm flying to New Orleans on Saturday to Miami. I'm going to spend 4 days in Miami and then flying to London and I'm going home. That's it in short. Let's have a look. Greens are cruising. Nomad's Trails with Payman and Matilda, my favourite bicycling couple. I've watched them. They're in Africa. Nomad's Trails. I like their videos. I do. I just feel that they're more vloggy than me. I feel I'm telling more like of a condensed story. Ed Pratt's very good at that as well. I think me and Ed Pratt, I think he's better than me, but we're more of a similar whereas Nomad's Trails is more of a vlogger. Itchy Boots is another one. She's massive. She's a motorcyclist traveller, and her might be a bit loud in here. If it is, apologies. But it's like a one-cut take, hardly any cuts, no editing, and she makes a video a day or so doing that. And you can if you don't going to edit it much. But people buy into that personality rather than the story that's been crafted. But there's definitely some skill in being able to video the right things. It's just different styles. I don't think there's anything wrong. Here we go. Someone, SY66 Travel. Hi Adam, just want to say hello. Been enjoying your videos, thanks for sharing. Thank you for watching. Bafflestoke, I'm into making videos, but my girlfriend that I tour with hates drones and will not tolerate one, basically. Do you know what you need to do? Get rid. Get rid of it, mate. If you can't have a drone, you know what? I am joking. Yeah. Mike Lees. Really good point here, Mike. No, this is really kind and lovely. Lucia is a good writer. Loved her blogs. Do you know, Lucia is a much better writer than me. And I think we work to our strengths of me trying to video the story and me videoing it, her writing. She was really good. So yeah, I agree with you, mate. I never got my drone back, Jack. Nah, gone forever, mate. Dwayne, I want to go to Miami. I'll do a live stream in Miami. I'm there for 4 days. I land on Saturday. If I'm going to be honest, mate, I'm going to get on it. I'm going to get party time. Party time Adam. Day 1 in Miami is coming out. It's a Saturday night, so it's going to happen. Baffled Stuart likes his girlfriend too much. I'm only joking, mate. Don't bin your girlfriends for a drone. Too bad I didn't visit Indonesia when you're in Southeast Asia. The thing is, there's always places I want to return back to, and it's not the end of my travels. I'm very much a turning point in my life right now. I feel like I'm going to put the bike away, at least for the next month or so. I'm going to cycle back to London, back to England, Yorkshire actually, so for the next few weeks. But yeah. Mike Lees. I've never known a pant to last this long. Are you sure you're a Yorkshire man? It's not even a pint, mate. They don't even do pints in America. Pints are smaller. It's more like a... That's even worse for me. I suppose if it's lasting longer, it means you're getting a little bit more live stream chat with me. But you're right. I am nursing it a little bit. I got you, no worries. Haha. From Bafflestone, good. Smoking locust. Oh man, I thought you maybe would ride past me in northern Florida on your way to Miami. I know, mate. Decisions were made, and I have no regrets. I'm enjoying New Orleans. I'm enjoying just chilling out. Have a look at this. Like, I'm in a city, really nice, Frenchman Street, Christmas lights are up. Now I'm chatting to you guys by myself. The hostel I'm staying in, by the way, has 3 people staying there. It's bloody empty right now. That's why I thought I'd come out for some food. Do a bit of a live. By the way, did anyone ever tell you that you look like that actor that plays Incredible Hulk in the Avengers? Mark Ruffalo. You're not the first. I look more like him when I was shaved, I think. And when I had longer hair. I've cut my hair recently. New haircut. Which, I'm happy with that haircut, to be honest. This is a month of beard growth. Shaved it for November. Didn't grow a tash though. Dwayne asked me, have I been to Alberta? Yes. Have I been to the Canadian Rocky Mountains? Yes. But I've not been to Jasper and Banff? No. I once went horse riding through the Rocky Mountains in Canada, 2009. Major dick. You've just given me $2, man. Do you know what that takes my total for today? £99. That's a wonderful number. I once asked the question, if anybody gets to 99 kilometres, would you cycle that next kilometre? If anyone wants to send me $1 to knock me into 100, that'd be amazing. If someone sends me $1, I'll down the pint. I won't go, but I'll down it. I'll get another one in. I'm enjoying this, I'm getting on it. Is this an hour, 2 hours live stream? Jesus. This was getting gyro. Beard Brothers, they are great. They cycle from Scotland and Edinburgh. I've watched the Beard Brothers. Wonderful. They make one video every 6 months. I would love to meet them and go for a pint with the Beard Brothers. Yes, Matt! Gyro, brother! I'm in a restaurant, so I'm kind of going to keep it down a little bit. But mate, welcome along. I've gone full gyro. I'm on 2 hours into a live stream. I was starting to get voices getting a bit sore from talking for 2 hours non-stop. So I've had to get some liquid refreshment. One of my mates who I met in a hostel has just messaged me and said those Tinder dates in New Orleans must be amazing. Yes, they are. Edmonton is in North London, the capital city of Alberta, and a city in Kentucky. An early English explorer, Peter Pruden, gave the name to Edmonton, Alberta a long time ago. So I've been to Calgary and Medicine Hat. Yeah, which of your videos is my favourite? I'm going to get the title wrong, but my favourite is Is This the End? Episode 75. I think it's 75. Is This the End is my favourite. It's in Yukon. It starts with the beautiful 5 minutes of very little talking, and then I talk about going home. And that was in July. The fact that it's now December, I was talking about going home in July, for me is like, it's been a running theme. I've changed my mind. Little Banchero! I said I'd do it, didn't I? Oh, motherfucker. Yorkshire. Happy with that. That is $100 in super chats for this live stream. You guys, Little Banchero, you tipped me over the edge. Boom. Ah, right. Matt, your turn in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and join in Matt's live stream. So yeah, Is This the End is my favourite video. Go and watch it if you've not. I'd love to put a link into there, but I can't on my phone. What was the first beer I got?
Dorada.
How do I say that?
Dorada.
Dorada.
It means it's gold in Spanish.
It's gold. Means what, sorry?
It means gold in Spanish.
Gold, dorada. Uno dorada, por favor.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. There we go. Jayo, Matt, I'm trying to send you the super chat, but it says I can't send it from here. Thailand. Yeah, you start finding a flow at like the hour and a half mark. I kind of feel like right now I'm just getting a little bit drunk with you all, if I'm being honest. I don't know how much battery I've got on my phone. There's a good point. 53%. Oh, I've got loads of time. Oh, sorry if it went away then. 53%. Good vid, very enjoyable. Cheers, Mike. I've just got a beer in, so as soon as we get to Jayo going on to his video, I'll call it a day. What beer number am I on? I went away for supper and I'm still here. I'm on my 4th beer. But it's happy hour, so Yorkshire. Proper Yorkshireman now.
Sample, this is the last one we have on tap. So you did like the whole tour.
Last one on tap.
This is from Hammond, Louisiana, which is like 30 minutes away.
I've been to Hammond, yeah. So it's a Hammond IPA. What's it called?
Lucifer.
Just Lucifer or
Lucifer IPA.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Lucifer from Hammond. Thank you very much. What's your name, mate?
Leo.
Leo.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you. So this is a Louisiana Pale Ale from the town Hammond. I cycled from Mississippi through Hammond down to New Orleans, where I am now. Oh, it's fruity. It's a very, very fruity pale ale. Good nose. It's a bit like a pineapple juice. I like that, man. Cloudy, indeed. Here's an idea. I could make a YouTube channel where I go around drinking all the beers everywhere in the world. Doing live stream beer tasting. We've gone back down to, this is gold in Espanol, Dorado. Beer number 4. We're back to Dorado. Good idea. Bit of lime. Muchas gracias, por favor. Thank you. Dorado cerveza. Muy bien. Good. Let's have a look. What did Matt say? Yeah, start finding my flow at about an hour and a half mark. Matt, you overspent your debit card. Fair one. Stand back, fellas. The Irish is coming out. Little Banchero. Oh, I missed that. Don't know what that means. Have I worked out my cycling route from London to Yorkshire? Are you still going via Chelmsford? I'm here at Colchester if you want to stay here. Oh. Okay, so Chris Brandt, who was earlier on in the live chat, lives in Chelmsford. Jayo, brother. Matthew, in Thailand. I love you, man. $5 on the super chat. That takes it to £103 total. Cerveza Cotro. I wasn't going to drink today either. I've been getting on it. Mate, cheers, Matt. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Where was I? Chelmsford. Yeah, Sir Alan Spence. I don't know, mate. Because I've got this job interview in Wiltshire, the other option is to cycle from Wiltshire to Yorkshire. In 2016, I walked home for Christmas from Wiltshire to Beverley. It took 10 days to walk it. Did like 22 miles a day. Excuse me. I did it for a charity, for a homeless charity, and slept rough every day and raised a few £1,000s for that. It was really good. So I'm thinking about, thinking about cycling the similar route, different roads maybe, but cycling from Warminster back up. Has my potential employer been watching my videos? I don't know. I'd assume if they're savvy with the internet, which I imagine they are, they'll Google me and they'll see it. And I have absolutely no qualms with anything I've put out in the world. I'm like proud of everything I've made. So potential new employers will look at me on the internet, and yeah, I hope they do, to be honest, because they get to see me as the real me, and they'll get to feel, yeah, this guy will fit in well with our group or not. If I overlap Matt's video, the universe will explode. Jayo, I love you too, man, but in a brother way, lol. Can you sum up this live stream? Anything I don't know about that you've been talking to? Absolutely. Lovely question. Thank you, Matt. So I started the live stream with an announcement that I'm going home. And I've been going back and forth for the last few weeks about going home. And I've absolutely made my decision. It's set today. I actually set it up on Friday after Thanksgiving. I spent Thanksgiving with a girl I met and her family, and was just like, I need to go and see my family. I need to spend time with the people I love. And I also kind of feel like it's time to just put a bit of money in the bank. Because at the moment I'm running not low, but I would like to just put a bit of balance into my life. And I feel that by continuing, the journey could become tiring. And right now, it's not. Right now I'm okay, but I want it to stay that way. So I'm going to fly from New Orleans. I'm going to stay here till Saturday, go to Miami, spend 4 days in Miami, fly to London, see friends, family. I'm going to go to a job interview in the UK. If I get that, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But I'm hoping I do. This job is, I've talked to you about it, Matt, but for everybody else, it's a job which is fairly flexible. I can tell them when I would like to work and when I can't, within reason, and they want me to work 150 days a year, and it'll give me enough of a salary to hopefully be able to continue travelling and tick off things on my bucket list like Baja Divide, Great Divide mountain bike route, Pania Highway. A lot of my work will be in Kenya, so I'm going to take my bike to Kenya hopefully and cycle Kenya. I want to cycle as much of that country as I possibly can and really get to explore a bit of Africa. So yeah, there we go. That's me at the moment. Oh, I've also talked about possibly renting a room in the north of England, throwing my life in there just for the year and having the base to keep going back to. I want to cycle more of the UK. I want to do some group tours. I want to, with you guys, my YouTube audience, anyone in the UK, just get some people out there and do like a gentle, or I say gentle, relatively to what I've been doing, something like the coast to coast, west to east coast across England, things like that, the North Coast 500, big touring route in Scotland. So do stuff like that in the UK and just see a bit of my own country that I've not seen before. And keep creating. I want to get back into running, do some trail running, do some hiking. So yeah, there we go. I've also eaten a burrito today and I've drank 4 pints. So you're going to get a little bit more Yorkshire added. After a beer, I get a bit more Yorkshire. I also bought a new t-shirt for $15. So yeah, mate. Let me have a look. He got a burrito and he's getting drunk. That's about it. Dwayne saying this live chat's so much fun. Cheers. Oh, cheers, mate. Jayo, Matt, good man. You must feel good to 100%. Mate, the hardest thing has been like, Mexico was still an option. I really want to do it, but I'm like torn between the love of my friends and family. And you know what the biggest is? My friends. I've not seen my family. I speak to every other day. And I kind of feel like they support me whatever I do. But I don't speak to my friends as much because they're busy and they're working. And I just feel like if I spend another year or two away from them, I'm gonna lose a bit of something. I'm just gonna become more distant. And I want to see them. That's it, really. Let's have a look. There's a few more big comments in here. which I'm liking. I'm definitely getting more Yorkshire the more I drink. Tomorrow's live stream from Random Things. So, never mind. I'm heading to Mexico. It's not happening, I fucking tell you now. I'm done. Absolutely done. And my video's not a live stream, it's a premiere, just for your information who are wondering. Oh, yes. I still want to watch that premiere, mate. Is it the one with your bike maintenance? I saw it pop into YouTube earlier. Trike bike maintenance. Random Things, big smile. Mike Lee, Cyclist 117. He's come back from Africa, might be a good person to take a look. He had a good chat with my good friend Scott Sharrick. Did think that's the same guy, Cyclist 117? He seems like a really nice guy. Did he cycle it with another English guy? Two of them together. They seem to have bloody smashed it down that east coast of Africa. There's another few guys. Another thing I'm going to be looking at doing, here we go, Adam announcing things to the world, is changing my bike setup. Been thinking about it for a while. Hooligan. Disculpe. One of the things I want to do is get a mountain bike, style bike, and get off-road. Have two different bikes that I can tour, mix between bikepacking, style setup, and normal. Mainly for the UK. I want to explore the Lake District and I want to get into the nice. Proper Homer Simpson moment. Sorry, 4 beers in. But yeah, get into a little bit more off-road stuff in the UK, Scotland, Lake District, north of England. See my country in the United Kingdom in a different way than the roads. I've seen a lot of the roads and I'm kind of done with it. Let me have a look at these comments. Flatliner, cool to see you, homie land. Cheers, mate. Yipe, I'm in New Orleans in the United States, mate. Yes. Holly Lively, best wishes on upcoming job interview. Headed out, look forward to your upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. Lovely, lovely. Smoking Locust, the more you drink, the more you sound like a person from Boston, Mass. Is that the same as Boston? Boston, Mass? I know like the Mark Wahlberg style Boston accent, and that's about my knowledge of Boston. And Ted. Is that the film Ted? The video will be about yelling at all the bike shops that didn't help him. I've missed a bit there from Flatliner. Video of all bike shops that didn't help him. I don't know what you mean, I'm lost there. Random thing, cycle turn with 2 bikes. Strap one on your bike, good to go. There's, yeah, I'm just like open now to basically not, yeah, Ted, good. Matt's video premiere, is he on? Am I going to lose everybody to Matt? Don't take us into the WC, we're going soon after 4 beers. That's genuinely the point where I'm about to have to go, sorry guys, I'm going to have to call it a day because I need a piss. The water closet. 38 people are still here. Well done for everyone else for staying for nearly 2 hours. I'm quite impressed that you've managed to stay here that long. You know, I'm going to call it at this point. I'm going to have to bail once sorts it either before I have the premiere. No worries. Thank you, Matt. Good luck. Richard Camacho. Nursing school is hard as heck, but your videos have provided me comfort and peace, reminding me that after the long open road that waits after I graduate. Richard, the road is always there. Nursing school, mate, that's tough stuff. My good mate Chris Brandt's a paramedic and he's studying hard at the moment for that. So for him, I get it. Like, I get that. For you guys, you are providing real kindness and value to the world. The road is always there. And if I can just show you a little bit of that here and there, yeah, I'm getting on it right now. the live stream where I turned up sober and finished drunk after 2 hours. Jesus. Michael Lee's restroom in the USA. Go to the restroom, the bathroom. I don't know what. I don't want to go for a bloody rest in there. Has anyone got any other questions for me? Bogs in Manchester. Bloody bogs. Get yourself into pisser. To bogs. Yeah, I'd say bogs as well. What else do you say? Yeah, bogs. Just get to bog. Washroom in Canada. I've never understood why it's like, yeah, washroom. On a seaplane, it's called the head from Major Dick. Yeah, what's it called on a ship? Head? Galley? Galley's a kitchen, innit? In the army, it's the lavatories, water closet, the toilet, the latrines. Cassidy Arrington, love your videos, keep up the awesome work and lifestyle. Thank you, hope you enjoy. Yeah, has anyone got any final questions for me? I kind of feel like I'm running out of steam. Need more potato chips. Outhouse. Brick shit house. This video will get demonetized. I've sworn too many times. The thing is, the swearing is in Yorkshire. Google will pick up on some of that. Brick shit house. They probably won't get that. My dad. Are you looking forward to riding your bike on the correct side of the road, son? Didn't know you were still here, father. Aye. Genuinely, never filled it up. Still got loads left. Random things. 5 knicker. Running out of steam. Have another drink. I've got 50% battery. I can stay here all day. Do you know what? It's Monday night. I want to sing karaoke tonight. Does anyone want to come with me? Love a bit of karaoke. My voice works. not here. But, last time I rode on the left-hand side of the road, Father, to make sure I'm very politically correct to everybody. Who sings the song? Japan. Wasn't that long ago. I was in Japan in June. By the way, that guy, because of you guys, random things, 5 knicker, just in the bag there, for the super chats. I'm going to leave that guy a tip, a suitable tip, because he's been a good server and he's kept this beer topped up. Basically, if it weren't for him, this live stream would have ended about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, karaoke, what do you guys think? I don't know if it's on tonight on Monday. I think it's on Tuesdays. I have to do it tomorrow. Who picks the song? Lisa Wilson, sure. So my go-to songs, Somebody to Love by Queen. Anybody find me somebody to love. That's enough. Anything by Tenacious D. Do that. Anything by them. Anything. Oh, Angels, Robbie Williams. Americans don't know that song though. Here they're like, why is this guy telling us to sit and wait? My dad. All right, here we go. I'm going to take a water for this. When I was 18, I auditioned for the X Factor. Didn't get very far. I went with a really good friend of mine called Kirk Johnson, who can sing. He actually can sing. He actually sang at me and Lucia's weddings. Weddings? For the beer. Excuse me. For goodness sake. Yeah, he sang at me, Lucia and I's wedding. And it was good. I can't sing very well, but I fancy myself as a singer. And I sang Something Inside So Strong, Libri Cifre, I think it is. The higher you build your barriers, I sang that, the taller I become. So there we go, Dad. There's my X Factor story. From a young lad, thought I'd get on the stage, but it never happened. So of the 36 people, which I'm imagining at this moment in time are like, what is this lad doing getting on it, booze hound? Of the 37 people now, is there any more questions you guys have? Anything you want me to know? I'm getting to that point now where probably going to settle around after this. I can head down to Magazine Street, show you a bit of New Orleans, or go back to the hostel. I'll show you hostel people, but there's no one there, so 37 including me, love mum. Oh, my mum's there. Oh, I thought it was dad. Are you just swapping accounts? How are you doing, mum? How are you doing, my lovely? I'm so looking forward to seeing you, mum. I said something really nice about dad earlier, but I'm also really looking forward to seeing you as well, mum. And we've had some really lovely and nice chats recently, and I can't wait to come back and see you. A lot of you won't know this, but my mum and I, the age difference isn't too big. My mum had me when she was 19, so like for me now at 31 years old, I'd have been like 12 when my mum was my age. So I kind of like see my mum as like a super good friend and someone that I'll always, I want to grow old with. So yeah, love you, mum. No, I just sat next to him. Lovely what you said. Can't wait to see you too. No, it's true. It's lovely. You know, I wouldn't say this probably to you in person because we don't express emotions in Yorkshire. We're all far too, it's hard often to express emotions, but I suppose once Adam's had 4 beers and I'm talking with a little audience here, I just feel like it's appropriate. So yeah, I am who I am because of you. What's my favourite beer tonight? Oh, I think it was that cloudy little ale I had, that bloody one from Hammond. Don't know what it's called. I want another one of them. It's good. What state is the best state and why? Is it Washington? Alex Van Gelder, that's a leading question. Is it Washington? I don't know where you're from and why you're asking that, but the favourite state and why for me is Alaska. Alaska is unlike any other state in the United States. Alaska is wild, it's epic. I spent a month there. The people are kind and friendly, bar nobody. Random guy on the side of the road, there's some elk jerky. Jim and Bernice, Lisa, and all of her family, and Larry, they all took me in and they showed me their warmth and comfort. There's Girl in the Woods, who I absolutely love. She's amazing. Oh, the popo! Here come the police! Don't know what's going on there. Classic. New Orleans. The Girl in the Woods, she's amazing, and so Alaska, and got to see more wildlife than any other state. I got to be by myself, I got to be with people. I had 4th of July there. I saw the sun for 6 weeks non-stop with no stars. So yeah. Alaska. Yeah, Alaska's my favourite state so far. Let's have a look. There's a few good comments in here. No, Mike Lee's, the best state in the USA is a drunken state. Oh, Jaya, lovely. Flatliner, summer, I had a local craft beer, Hawaiian Pale Ale. First time I had Hawaiian Pale Ale was Alaska. I met a group of Romanian people that were green cards in Alaska. First night, me and Jim shared barbecue with me. Bloody loved Alaska. Best lower 48 state, I'll get to that in a second. Jayo, Matt, yeah, you're going to miss a lot. We'd be interested in your option in northern Michigan or Canada around Niagara Falls. It's all to be done, mate. I feel like I've scratched the surface with the USA. Scratched the surface. Let's have a look. You ever think about coming to other parts of the USA? Colorado. I'd love to go to Montana. I'd love to go to southern Utah. Oh, those are my 3 big missing gaping holes. Arizona, I'd love to go through there again. I've been there before, but I'd like to go and explore the desert a bit more. But yeah, those 3 are the big places I want to go. I want to go to the northeastern states and hike the Appalachian Trail. Don't want to cycle the northeastern states particularly, but I want to get in the mountains and hike. Excuse me. Taylor Andre. Home sounds good, sir. Don't quit making videos, my friend. I'll continue to watch you, my brother. You're a great man. Taylor, thank you. No intentions of quitting. I think me going home is me doing what sits right, and I think that I'm going to take you all on my journey. So, join me. I'd love you to join me. Have you seen my path on that green flag? I haven't, Major Dick. I will get that done in the UK at some point. But I hope that green path will constantly have other little paths through it. There's a lot of Central and South America I've not cycled in, and I still want to do it. If you love Alaska, you should come to the Northeast. Love to host you. Northeast where? Northeast USA? Am I going to keep up my Spanish? Yes, Mike. I did a Spanish lesson today. I'm still working on Spanish. It's going to be now, I see that as a 2-year, 3-year lifelong goal. It's just to keep working on mi Espanol. And I don't know how to say keep improving, but I just want to keep improving. Yeah, I want to be able to be conversational, and I want to cycle South America at some point as a standalone journey. There we go. I'm premiering and watching your live stream at the same time. Oh, mate. The beauties of the internet. I'm on a phone, so that wouldn't be possible right now for me. There's a little thing here. It's got a little... ooh, I can change the look of this live stream. I don't know what happens here. I can turn this silver screen or sketch. Let's see what happens here. Oh. 2 phones. There we go. How does it look now? I think this looks a bit classier. What about dance party? Does that work? Can you see that? Or is that just me? I'm not going to keep that on because that is ridiculous. Oh, that's too bright. What's that about? Oh, that's even worse. Baubles. Bubbles. Wrong one. Glamour. Mate, this is like somebody discovering Snapchat filters for the first time. It's like your mum when she discovers Snapchat and she's like, look, I'm a dog. There we go. Looks classy now, doesn't it? It's like it's some old American bar with an Englishman in Louisiana. Englishman in Louisiana. Do you know what we need to do? We need to meet some more people. Let's go back to normal. Let's go meet some people because I kind of feel that. Alright, how do I get rid of that? There we go. It works. I've seen Adam and Girl in the Woods and I am here. Yes! Brooke Whipple is an absolute legend. That woman, she's been so supportive to me and I really hope to see her again one day because she's so nice. Hello, Adam's mum. Andrea, my mum. Yeah, looking forward to seeing my mum again. It's been a while. It'll be good. I'm going home, people. In all seriousness, I do need to go to the loo. I've had 4 pints. Hello. I'm going to have to call this to an end. 200 minutes feels like a long time. Yeah. when nature calls. You know what? I'll finish this. When I finish this, I'll go. I'm in no rush to finish this, but if anyone wants to see me down it again, don't drop me $1, little banchero. I'll work down it. I'll just let this chat live its natural end. I appreciate that $1 as much as ever. Some of us need the loo too. So I don't really know what else to say right now. 200 minutes. Oh, po. Hope your head doesn't hurt later. There we go. Undercover po. Yeah, that was, wasn't it? It was just a normal like Range Rover or something. Oh yeah, there was I mentioned this earlier in the live stream. Did I come out with my glasses? Yeah, I have. Here we go. Oh, there we go. You can see now. Let's take them off. I was in New Orleans the other day when there was a mass shooting here. 11 people, I say a mass shooting. It was probably some gang violence. Some big cars go past. Some gang violence. And where it happened is a really touristy area, which is quite rare. That's why it's in the news. 11 people shot, nobody killed. But where that happened, at 3 in the morning, I was in that same place the night before, drunk and partying. It kind of puts into perspective. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time and get shot in this country. Hopefully not, but you could be in London and get stabbed as well. So it's kind of like, don't read the news. I've never seen anything bad myself, but it does happen. I saw a car. Oh, I did see this. I saw a car crash the other day and a big car on fire. That was massive. I've seen some weird stuff in the city. Joseph Griffin, what's the scariest situation you've had bike touring? Okay, story time with Adam. Need to get home to safe little old Beverly from my mum. Cheers, mum. Scariest. Lucia's crash is the scariest moment. Bit of perspective on that. So you might have seen the video, don't know if you have. But when I cycled with Lucia, former partner, she had a big bike crash. Hurt her knee quite badly and was like stuck in the middle of China on a highway. Knee was swollen. She fainted on me, caught her, gave her first aid, got her ready to get off that road. But it was the moment where I realised if she died, I'd never forgive myself, because deep down I knew that she didn't want to be on the trip as much as me. If she wanted to be on it, I kind of felt to be with me more than to be on the trip. And that, for me, was hard to deal with. So that was the hardest situation I had. Fire engine. That's a car crash, definitely. You don't get fire engines if it's not. The hardest moment was dealing with that. Dealing with the fear of her getting injured badly or dying, possibly, in a car crash. I say I laugh, but kind of where my head went. At that point, was in Kunming, China. Was getting ready to keep going up through these very remote areas of Central Asia. And I decided, but so did she, agreed not to continue that way and went back down through Vietnam and Southeast Asia. And I think that was the right decision, based on the circumstances. But that was why I made that decision, was for her. So there we go. That's my scariest situation. There's been little minor moments where cars get too close. But if cars get too close, I kind of like have a moment and I'm okay. Alan Spence, you met the lovely English-speaking Chinese lady who helped you and Lucia a lot at the hospital. Road angels everywhere. What was her name? Can't remember her name. Oh, that's annoying. My memory. can picture her face. She took us out for dinner. She was like 22, 23, going on 40, the way she dealt with it. She was like the boss. She was amazing. She absolutely looked after both of us. Well, Lucia particularly, but yeah, we would have been stuck without her. And here's a sign of American healthcare to even Chinese healthcare. We paid, I think, $5 an X-ray. It's ridiculous. $5 an X-ray. But yeah, you're right, Alan. We meet road angels everywhere. 34 people in there. Not memory, it's the beer. Oh, I think it begins with a Y. Can't remember her name. It's going to annoy me, that. Might be. So I've missed Matt's premiere. Is anybody else watching it? Double screen. If you are, what's it like? I've just received a text message there from a friend. Here's something I did in New Orleans the other day. You might like this. I went to a screening of a film, a 1955 film called Night of the Hunter. Has anyone seen that film? If you have, write a comment. If you know anything about it, let me know. But 1955 film, Night of the Hunter. Really good film. I met a girl through a dating app. Went to meet her. She invited me to go watch this film screening at somebody's house. So I went. It was about 2 weeks ago. And it was amazing. It was really nice. And just made nothing else happen other than watching a film. But it doesn't ring a bell. Empire voted this film as the second best film ever, second to Citizen Kane. It's about a guy that robs a bank, and then he gets, for robbing the bank and killing people, he gets a sentence to the death penalty. But he has this money from the bank robbery, so he hides it, and only his 10-year-old son has the money, knows where it is. But a guy in the prison finds out about it, and he ends up befriending the wife and the kids, and he tries to get the money back, and it ends into a really big thriller. Black and white, 55. But yeah, really, really good to sit with a load of locals in somebody's house with like a potluck, which is like a buffet of food that people's brought, and you just helping yourself to food and wine, bring some food along. But anyway, the girl I went to, that's just messaged me. She wants to go and take me for Vietnamese food. So I might have to say yes to that. Jayo Nation talked to him at the same time. So put him on pause. My dad recommends Red Heat with James Cagney. My dad's a big fan of these old films. Go easy, amigo. Good night. Last call for alcohol to haul. Safe travels from Tyler Andre. Thank you very much for watching, my good friend. But yeah, I went. So that's the type of things I like to do in the city. Some of these little dating apps. It's not about just going out and meeting girls and doing whatever. Often for me, it's about meeting somebody and just building a nice little meaningful connection with someone and doing something local. That's kind of how I use it. Which is really nice. It's really nice just to meet people and to connect with locals. Not for long. Soon I'm going to be back in England with my own people. There we go. Right, Gone with the Wind. I've not seen Gone with the Wind. I'd like to see it. Right, you'll have to get a tan. I am definitely never riding a bike with anybody else anytime soon. I'm done with that. Lessons learned, Mike. Lessons learned. Ride your own ride. I say that. I'd ride with Jayo. I'd like to ride with Marcus from Bike Flow. I'll get him back on the bike at some point. It will happen. Been gone for a couple of hours and you're still live. Right. Turning to getting drunk in the bar. Fourth beer down. It has turned into that. And I think I now need to call it a day because this has turned into me just waffling on. And I need the loo. Can't take you into the live stream into the toilets. So I'm gonna have to go. No one's giving me any more chips. These are the same original chips. Never ending pot. Right. I'm gonna have to call this one to an end, guys. I'm dying for the loo. Joseph Griffin, muchas gracias. Oh, muy bien. Thank you so much. $10 at the end. Do you know what that deserves? 1 second. Wait a second. We've got time for this. There we go. Have a good one. Joseph Griffin. Mate, I love that. There we go. Now it's going a little bit film noir. That'll do. Keep up the good work. Super stickers. That's my first ever super sticker that somebody sent me. Massively appreciate it. That's 2 super stickers you've sent me. 10 quid each. $10. Mate, wonderful man. 1 hour, 165 minutes is definitely enough of me talking to anybody. So until the next one, I'm going to be in Miami for the next one. You ready for that? Hope you are. I'll try and schedule it because leaving it randomly doesn't always work the best. So I'll schedule one for Miami. Thank you all for following. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all to my best mates. Thank you to my mum and dad. I love you all. Thank you to Jayo for watching both at the same time. And thank you all. Good night, farewell, au revoir, and I love you all. Bye.